All right. Good morning, Vooka Nation. Hopefully, everyone's doing good. It's Friday morning, and good morning, Vooka Nation. Hopefully, everyone's doing good. It's a Friday morning. I'm excited. I'm looking at resting for this upcoming weekend. Sorry. But yeah, man, I welcome you to the Vuga Breakfast Show. And little by little, we're showing you what's going on behind the scenes because we believe that you are part of the journey. And with that being said, there's quite a lot of advancements that are going to take place of recent, and we're excited to share all of those because we are now heading in summer, spring. One of the things that we've been wanting to do for quite a lot of time, for quite some time, is to introduce some merch, and we were playing in studio with some of the words that we can use. But another thing is that we also wanted to make sure that it is affordable as opposed to them being expensive. So I think the first thing that we're going to start with is definitely t-shirts because that's, in my opinion, the most important merch that we can start with. Where if you're going to wear it, it means that you are also embodying the brand as well, but also trying to shape the brand. That's exactly what we want to do. So, good morning, and hopefully you are doing okay. So, I mean, some of the Vuga guys. You haven't seen Mo in quite some time because he is not feeling well. TC believes that it's the change of weather, change of season. Apologies. And with the change of season, I think she also bit the bug as well. She's not feeling well herself, but hopefully she feels good. But we are still going to have a very insightful show. Afriberry's on the way, Moose is on the way. But look, we start the show at 7 because we want to make sure that you guys get the best possible experience. And one of the things that we usually do right here on the show is picture of the day. So today it's going to be a little bit special because I'm taking you a little bit behind the scenes and we showcase what's happening. So as you can see, I've got a camera right here and I can see myself here. I can see the audio levels right there. And right here, we can also see the picture of the day and stuff like that, which I will showcase in a second. But I'm happy that spring is upcoming, and it means that most of us will start coming out of our shells. We'll start going out more, start enjoying the sun. And one thing I can advise is that for me personally, I've seen that your health wise, there's this routine that I've been doing, and I've told you this before, right? Where wake up in the morning, do some exercises. I need to do more reading, but I do read in the morning. So I've got an option of watching a motivational podcast or I read a little bit, but I wake up, do some reading, bath, do some exercises, drink water. That's very important. So every day I make sure I drink water in the morning. So I've factored that into my routine, and so far so good. But one thing I need to do is to make sure that I have a bottle of water throughout the day. And I've got the bottle here, but it's been here for a number of days, and that's something I need to change, right? So this is the bottle here. It's quite a nice bottle. Whoops. Sorry. It's quite a nice bottle, and it's something I need to make sure that I fill this up with water during the day. And when I fill it up, I need to consume this much water because, again, it is going to become hot and we don't want anyone suffering from dehydration. And I think with TC, the fact that she's not feeling well, shout out to you, it means that she is dehydrated. She is. So, again, with how Stephen would say it, the Vuga soldiers, we need to make sure that we take care of our health. And one of the other things that we need to start doing on the show, yes, we love cooking so much, but we'll start factoring in some recipes to make sure that you guys are healthy, things that will boost your immune system and all of that. So Yeah, man. Yesterday we made some smashing burgers. Can't wait to show you that. Um, it's actually easy to do because one thing I'm realizing with cooking is that when you see it from a distance, when someone else is doing it, you think that it's difficult, but trust me, it's not. Because yesterday we did a awesome burger, and not sure if it's posted yet, but if it isn't, then today it will be posted. But you can see the picture where you would not think that we made it right here in studio. So it just goes to show that from a distance, some of these things look scary, but then when you come closer to them, then it's possible, right? It's possible. And thinking of things that are scary from a distance, I mean, I've been talking to the guys that maybe we can do a challenge, a fear factor challenge. Some of us have fear of heights. Some of us have fears of, little creepy crawlies. Some people are scared of spiders. I'm not. But if you want to know my thing that just really crawls my skin, it's these little things that move around, man, like your mice and rats and all of that. And for me personally, that's the one fear I need to face. So I think, if we can go to some place where I can hold them, play with them, and then just get over it, I think then nothing else will stop me after that. But let me know, what is your fear? What is that one thing that you fear, that you know for a fact that, look, please don't get me near water. Please don't. I don't want to see spiders. I don't want to see anything that will make my skin crawl. And speaking of fears, now that it's going to rain soon, as we're approaching the summer season, I don't know if you've seen this phenomena where it rains and then the sun comes out, and then where it rained on, where it's just soil, and when the sun comes out, it starts drying the soil, and depending on the type of soil, it then cracks up, and then it looks like these little cracks that pop up. For some people, when they look at that, it makes their skin crawl, right? So there's these things, or where like you see a whole lot of dots, and it just gives you that crawl on your skin. So just let me know, what are some of the things that you absolutely fear or just don't like, right? But anyway, let's dive into the picture of the day. So as mentioned, I'm taking you a little bit behind the scenes just to showcase how most of the production here takes place. So we've got the table set. This is the side that you don't normally see, and this is where most of the technicals take place. We've got the couch in the kitchen segment, so we're building a proper studio, day by day. And normally when I'm here on weekends and there's just no one else, this is where I realize that, look, you can have a building, you can have the equipment, but without the people, it's not worth it. So having the Vooka Nation, having the team here, it makes it absolutely worth it. Like, I can do this day in, day out, right? So just before we do picture of the day, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And I'm talking to you because when we look at our stats, we see that there are almost 50 or close to 60% of people that are watching the show, but they haven't yet subscribed. Okay, so it's important that you do subscribe so that whenever we go live, whenever we post a video, you are the first person to know about it. So you're always kept in the loop. And then another thing that we have going on right now is the Vooka Nation memberships right here on YouTube, where you can subscribe for 6 rands per month. That is the entry level. And then right at the top is the Vooka Nation Platinum, which is 29 rands a month. And trust me, this goes a long way because this allows us to keep doing what we do, allows us to buy the ingredients to make the food, allows us to keep the mic on. If a microphone breaks, it needs to be replaced, and it allows us to do all of these things. So happy to say that we've passed, I think, 10 people that are officially Vooka Nation members, and we encourage the other ones. I mean, it's only R6, so just buy us a cup of coffee. In fact, it's even less than a cup of coffee per month, but it will contribute towards the success of the Vooka Breakfast Show, the Vooka brand. We do have a website called Vooka Daily, and also on WhatsApp. We do have a WhatsApp channel, Vooka Daily, and we post things there on a regular basis. In fact, yesterday I posted the meal that we did yesterday, right? So I'll just show it to you here, and it's on WhatsApp. It's on WhatsApp. So right now I feel like I'm currently doing an IRL, which is a in real life kind of a stream. Yeah. So that's the one that we did yesterday, as you guys can see right there. Man, that looks absolutely good. Right, so these are smash burgers. We made these ourselves, and there's a new member in town. You can see that there are sauces in the background right there, as you can see them. Okay. This was yesterday, but we'll show you how we made these, and we're gonna put these up on the website. So as I told you, that this is the setup right here, and there's quite a lot that's happening, but we found a way to make it quite simple so that we give you the best show each and every single day. So first thing I'm going to start off with here is the picture of the day. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. Oh man, the one thing that I really hate about summer is flies. I really hate flies, but it is what it is. But anyway, let's dive into the picture of the day, and this is it right here. Okay, that's the picture of the day, and we are talking about, give me a second. There we go. The Naledi Theatre Awards. So let me just give you a little bit of background history about the Naledi Awards. Okay. So for the picture of the day, we're talking about the Naledi Awards. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm just trying to open this up here, but then let me just quickly go on a break and we shall come back shortly.
How? Chomi, you still cooking with cha, salt and prayers? Yo. But don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapelepele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza.
All right, so picture of the day is the Naledi. Apologies about that, Vooka Nation. So the picture of the day today is the Naledi Theatre Awards. So These are South Africa's most prestigious accolades for professional theatre, celebrating excellence across different genres from drama to musical to children's theatre and fringe productions. So you can think of them as the Tonys of South Africa, but with a unique local heartbeat. So what they represent is quite a lot. So they were founded by Dawn Lindbergh. The awards have been running for over 20 years, spotlighting the best in South African stagecraft. They also honor not just performers, but also directors, designers, writers, and technical teams. The judging panel includes academics, media professionals, and passionate theatre goers who attend up to 3 shows per week. So part of the recent highlights in the 2025 edition is the Galibito La Moya led the nominations with 12 nods, including Best Production and Best Original Score. It's a powerful story set in Hasadane Township, exploring themes of poverty, hope, and community resilience. And then there was also Taxi Wars by Ikamva Elintle Art Production that won the Best Fringe Theatre Production. So it's a grassroots triumph born from 5-year artist development program in Ekurhuleni. And then the last one was the God Spell by Oakfield College, took home Best Student Production with Yaktu Craft stepping into the role of Jesus in a revival that's both emotionally raw and historically resonant. So why this matters? So the Naledi Awards don't just hand out trophies, but they affirm the power of storytelling in shaping culture, challenging norms, and building community. So they've thrived throughout government funding, relying on partnerships with venues like the Joburg Theatre and the South African State Theatre. So if you're crafting events or documentaries that celebrate local culture, the Naledi Awards are a gold mine of inspiration and potential collaborators. So that is the picture of the day. And once we are done here, we are going to go into the news to give you your headlines for today, including the sports headlines and then your weather update. So for now, we're just going to take a quick break. And when we are done, we will then come back with the news, the sports. But yeah, as mentioned, today it's a bit different. I'm taking you behind the scenes and hopefully you're enjoying this. So stay tuned and make sure to comment because this does boost or give the algorithm more suggestions so that people can find our video. So let's go on a break. When we come back, we're going to be doing news and sports.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketsuo Ketumguni.
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
All right. Okay, cool. So let's dive into today's news. Today is the 22nd of August, 2025. And the first headline is the SAPS to incinerate 400 million rand of confiscated narcotics. So the Gauteng police is set to destroy 400 million worth of confiscated drugs, with National Commissioner Fani Masemula expected to supervise the operation. The South African Police Service links the illicit drugs trade to escalating gang violence and territorial conflicts and says this move forms part of a broader nationwide crackdown of narcotics. So this has to be made. This has to be done in such a way that it is facilitated and the public knows that these drugs were incinerated, so that we get them off the streets. And in the second headline, South Africa is hit poor by the credit squeeze. So things are going to get a little bit tougher on one's pocket. So millions of low-income South Africans rely on credit to meet their daily needs. Yet many face steep costs from informal lenders, charging excessive interest rates. Despite broader financial access, these workers remain vulnerable to debt traps, highlighting the urgent need for more equitable and accessible financial systems. So there's quite a lot of loan sharks out there, but the middle to low income earners, they're the ones that are impacted the most. And then on your final news headline, Patricia de Lille disbands South African Tourism Board. My apologies. So the Tourism Minister Patricia de Lille has dissolved the SA Tourism Board with immediate effect. Citing persistent government issues and leadership concerns, the decision comes as South Africa's tourism sector grapples with mounting pressure to recover and restore international trust. De Lille is expected to outline a way forward soon. And just before we move on to the sporting news, this past Tuesday I was at the Soweto Theatre, and there was Gauteng Tourism as well as Soweto Tourism. And in my opinion, I understand there's quite a lot that can be done in the tourism sector, but then I am interested to see what Patricia de Lille will form moving forward. But as I was there, Gauteng Tourism as well as Soweto Tourism, in collaboration with the Soweto Kota Festival, they were talking about ways in which tourism can be something that is driven towards our township, because Soweto does have quite a lot of rich history, and as a result they are looking at finding ways to make it a much better tourist attraction destination, so that visitors, they don't only have to come to Soweto to view the Mandela House or any of these other sites that are historical, but they also stay here, they sleep here, enjoy the music, the food. They do all of the traveling right within Soweto. Not that they come from wherever they come from, come to Soweto and then go back with buses and go back to Sandton. But if we are to drive an economy where there is a local boost in the economy, then we need to make sure that all of these things are factored in. But the fact that we also do picture of the day just says quite a lot that South Africa has a lot to offer in terms of what is available as a tourist attraction. Okay, so those were your news headlines, and now we're going to jump into sports and give you the headlines right here. Okay. All right, so when it comes to sports, WWE, Hollywood, rugby, what a mega star Maher might do next. So Ilona Maher, a two-time Olympian and US rugby star, will start at outside center against England in the Women's Rugby World Cup opener. Despite her social media fame and ventures into entertainment, including Dancing with the Stars and an EPSI award, Maher insists she's a rugby player first. She's been approached by WWE and dreams of a Hollywood career. Inspired by Dwayne Johnson and John Cena, her debut for Bristol Bears drew record crowds, and she hopes to enjoy the challenge of facing world number one England, embracing the underdog role. And moving on to your second sporting headline, Miguel Cardoso gives devastating Themba Zwane injury update. Mamelodi Sundowns captain Themba Zwane will be sidelined for around 2 months after sustaining an injury in the MTN 8 semi-final against Orlando Pirates, marking his second major setback in a year. Coach Miguel Cardoso confirmed the news after Sundowns' 2-0 win over Magesi, praising the squad's depth and resilience. He also celebrated Peter Shalulele's milestone, apologies, which drew him level with Siyabonga Nomvet's PSL record of 129 goals, calling it a proud moment for the team. Okay, and then on your last sporting headline, the Premier League record broken as Leeds sign Okafor. Swiss striker Noah Okafor has joined Leeds United on a 4-year deal, becoming their 9th summer signing. His arrival pushes Premier League spending past the previous record of £23.7 billion. That's quite a lot of money. So Okafor previously played for Basel, RB, Salzburg, Milan, and Napoli. 6 clubs broke transfer records this window, including Liverpool's $116 million deal for Florian Wirtz, which could become a British record with 10 days left. Spending is expected to climb even higher. So it looks like these transfers are hitting world records as of now. So that's it for your news and sports. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to play you a video of a gentleman that we had here. The last time we couldn't play it in full, but then this will be the interview of Keletso, right? So he's an author, and he was just sharing his story of how he became to own a bakery right here. But as an entrepreneur, he has gone through so much as an individual, and he'll be sharing his story. So we did this interview when we didn't have any electricity, when we had load reduction. But yeah, so I'm going to play this interview and enjoy it. Please comment. And if you want to see him back in studio, we can absolutely arrange that. So let's go over to the interview right now, and we'll see you after the interview has aired. Thank you so much.
How's it going, my brother?
All good, man. All
Yes,
good,
sir.
man,
Yeah. Not too bad. I mean, we're trying to keep it as warm as we can. But the winter season is not doing the things, man. The winter season is absolutely not doing the things. But thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate.
Thanks again for the invite.
Yes, sir.
Thanks to the Vooka team, the breakfast show.
Yeah.
As we are going to be doing the book review, and
I'm
also looking for any opportunity that I can grab
Absolutely.
to promote myself. So I'm going to use any platform that I get to promote myself and to push the book as well.
Absolutely. So let's talk about it quickly. Someone is watching and listening and is wondering, Musi, who is Keletso? Who's this guy you're sitting next to? I mean, he has a book here, and just a quick introduction as to who you are and all the spaces that you're involved in.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a very long one, but I'll try to keep it short.
Absolutely.
Because as I've written a memoir, I didn't even include every story that I have.
I see.
Life. Like after printing the final copy, I realized that I've left out quite a lot. Of information.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Hence, I decided to write it. But Keletso Mulubi is a 32-year-old young man who lives in Bramfisher currently. One thing that you'll note from the book is that I attended 11 schools till my matric, without ever failing a grade. I've been moving.
Did you do because look, it's 12 grades, right?
Yeah.
Did you do 1 grade?
No, not even.
1 school per grade?
Not even.
Okay.
I would change schools in June, sometimes in September.
Okay.
Which didn't make sense.
Like 6 to 9 months into the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my mom used to move a lot, and I also lived with different family members. I used to be that kid which every family member loves. They want to live with. He's a good kid, so they would take me in. If my mom is struggling here and there. So that's one of the stories that amazes a lot of people.
I see.
So after matric, yes, I completed my degree in psychology. I've always been a businessman. I've started multiple businesses that some made it, some didn't. But my current business right now is Daily Bread. It's a bakery. We deal with bread. We produce white and brown unsliced bread. and our market price it's 10 rand. So we deliver to local tech shops, to
I see.
business owners, restaurants, and fast foods. So yeah, like I said, if I touch on everything about my life,
We
it's
won't
gonna be a
finish.
very
We
long
won't
one.
finish.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. I see.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting and intriguing already.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you've lived quite a eventful and full life. I mean, from childhood all the way
Yeah,
to adulthood now, right? But let's talk about your journey now into entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
How does that come about? Because you just mentioned that you've tried quite a lot of business ventures, right?
yeah.
And some have been successful,
Yeah.
some not so great.
Yeah.
How does the journey start for you to get into the business, into the space of business and entrepreneurship? Because I can imagine it's not an easy space to navigate and to be involved in.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like I always tell people, if you need motivation to start a business, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
No one needs motivation. You have to just do it and,
Yeah.
and see for yourself.
Yeah.
So my journey started, my mom used to run a fast food business, and when I completed my matric, I took over the business.
Oh, wow.
It was called Roadhouse Fast Foods. We built a very successful brand. We even opened branches in Potchefstroom, where I used to attend university in Northwest University.
Yes.
And we also had another branch in Kuma, which was run by my good friend Lefa. So my business journey started there. And then after that, that's when I started my consulting company, my sales and training consulting company, which I ran for over 8 years. And because I believe that's my strength. My strength is into sales and marketing. So I've run that company for over 8 years. And then I started multiple business along the way. I even started a company called Disky Bets.
Oh, wow.
You see these local tournaments that have been happening
Yes,
here in the local,
yes.
So I
Yes.
started a company that allows people to bet for those
Oh, wow.
matches,
For
you
local
understand?
tournaments in our
Definitely.
communities.
It was called
Wow.
Disky Bets. I started it in Snake Park, Block 7. And the company was doing well until a very tragic moment happened in my life where
Okay.
I was attending an event and then coming back from winning a competition, then I was robbed at gunpoint.
Oh, man.
And that left a very traumatic experience.
I can
And,
imagine.
Yeah, I didn't have it in me to continue with the business, and I left it there. And then now, which is my company, Daily Bread, how I started it was quite funny. Started from renting equipment, and now having 3 bakeries in just a year.
Oh, yes.
Got funding from the NYDA, got a partner to come in so that we can buy another equipment. So the business has been doing quite well. But currently, our businesses that are operating right now is the one in Pramfisha and one in Zola.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been man in this
In the
business,
space
yeah,
for quite some time. Yeah.
I remember after completing my
Your matric.
degree,
Your degree in varsity.
I was working at a company in Sandton.
Yes.
I remember because it was a law firm that had a call center. So
Oh.
on weekends we could come in and then we have to do our call center duties.
Yes.
So I remember sitting there watching outside the window. People were moving, cars were moving,
Yeah.
box were moving, dogs were moving, and I was just sitting there waiting for a call.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like, nah, this is
This is
what
not
I
for
do in my
me.
life. I cannot be waiting for a computer to tell me when to speak.
Yeah, man.
And that's when I decided not to leave this job thing and started my
Start your
journey.
own stuff.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it sounds so intriguing, man. It sounds very, very interesting. But I mean, let's talk about Daily Bread for a second. In just 1 year, you have now 3 branches,
Yeah.
in and around Soweto. That's incredibly impressive. But then, what do you think has been the secret ingredient behind, the rapid expansion that you've witnessed and experienced within the business, and especially operating within the township economy? Incredibly impressive. But then, what do you think has been
Now,
definitely?
production, load shedding.
Yeah.
So, man, Daily Bread has been a blessing. The one thing that I can share that has kept me to where I am now, it's mindset, man. It's all about mindset. If you're gonna be doing something, make sure you do it. Make sure you believe in it. Before other people can believe in you, make sure you believe in yourself and whatever that you wanna achieve. And if your dream is crazy, then it's definitely the right one. So I started by renting equipment, like I've stated, and then after 3 months, I saw a program that was presented by NYDA. We attended it for a week. And then they promised us 10,000K for stock, which was a grant funding. But I didn't feel like that was enough for me. So after completing that program, I told them straight up, like, guys, this is not gonna work for me. I need bakery equipment. I don't need 10K. And mind you, at the time, I didn't qualify. According to the requirements, I didn't qualify. But I was like, hey, I understand I do not meet the minimum requirements, but this is what I want. What can we do? How can you guys meet me halfway? And it was a long process. Yes, there are things that are in between that I'm not going to mention. But I ended up getting the bakery equipment. And now you can understand that I attended with people. And now I can't even share with them that, hey, guys, I didn't get the 10K that was promised to us. I got, like, equipment, which was like 45K. So, which I didn't really qualify for it. So you can take what you can take from that is just the mindset. If you want something and if you can see it, then do it. That's what I do. Like, I'm someone who doesn't ask. I do, and then I get told, no, don't do that. Because I believe asking is when you put in those red tapes. So just do it. And then if you're doing the wrong thing, someone will come in and reprimand
and correct you.
So, but if you want to do something, Jaka, just do it.
Just go.
Just do it.
Don't think about it. Go.
Advice. I know it's not gonna work.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Like my mentor used to say, always says that. So
I love that. So, but Daily Bread, 3 branches in and around Soweto, you're saying, but 2 are the ones that are fully operational right now, right? What do you think sets you apart? What makes Daily Bread unique? I mean, we've seen quite an eruption, I guess, for lack of a better word, of quite a few bread brands in and around Soweto, and there's quite a few bakeries now that are coming up, right? And it's great for the black business economy in Soweto. But what sets Daily Bread apart? Why should I feel like when I go to the shop, I should get Daily Bread as opposed to these other brands that we have?
Okay. Let me start here. I don't know. You can tell me.
Yes, sir.
Do you pray?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay. There's a part in our prayer that says,
give us our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily
bread. Yes.
Hence the name Daily Bread.
Oh wow.
It is more like an answered prayer to local community members who are struggling.
Yes.
And hence our price is 10 rand. It makes it more affordable.
Affordable.
So it's more like an answered prayer. So the name itself, it was very strategic to say, if I'm gonna grow to become a very big brand, I need to identify myself as a big brand, something that people can relate with. People want to relate to something. So that name itself, it is used in multiple situations, right? And then I, like, as you saw, someone who just passed here with selling bread, the unsliced one. That's the market that I operate in. So I wanna operate in the market of unsliced bread, but branded. So as you see that small bakeries, they think of themselves as small businesses. I don't think like that. I think as a big business, Sorry. So what I do is that I brand my bread. I present it as a brand to say we are selling unsliced white and brown bread, but it's branded. So we are in a way directly competing with your
these big brands.
We are operating in our own market, which is the
unsliced.
Unsliced but branded bread.
Wow.
So we don't think small.
You heard it right here. We don't think small on this side, Chief. We're not small. We're not small, and I like that. You know, it also speaks to manifesting. You know, speaking it into existence. I love that. But let's change gears for a second. We have a book right here in front of us, right? And Resilience, My Unfiltered Journey Autobiography, a memoir by Kelotso Mulubi.
Definitely.
Right? And this is an autobiography by the one and only Kelotso. So let's talk about this for a second, because someone is wondering how, Musi, there's a book here in front of us, and the author is right here in front of us, or with us, right? Let's talk about this. How does the book come about, and what prompts you to now feel like you need to go into writing about your own self, a memoir about your life story?
Hey man, this one came as a surprise to myself as well. So I've always been interested in writing. So as I said, I used to run a company called KMC. So I would write my own training manuals. So I wrote, this is like my second, baby. because I first wrote a Ace Technique sales manual, which it was for salespeople who wanna, boost their sales and company revenue and all of that. So this is my second one. And how this came about, I changed titles a lot because I didn't know what I'm gonna write about. I wanted to write about business, and then I saw that while writing, like, I spoke more about my life. And I was like, nah, this is not gonna be a business book.
Business
this
book,
is like
yeah.
my life. So let me write a book about my life. And the title itself, it reflects who I am, resilience, being able to go through those tough times and still come out with it. Like, not having that mentality of saying, nah, I'm going to give up, or this is too hard for me, or no, I made a mistake. No, what I do is that I make sure that every task that I'm faced with, because I believe this is life. This is how life is supposed to be. No challenge that's given to you is bigger than you. You understand? So this is how that book came about. Writing a business book, and then I was like, nah, this is more about my life. Let me turn it into an autobiography. And then if you can see the image, the real image of what I put there, you'll see that I was going through a lot. You can open the first page. You'll see that I was going through a lot. Like, I was entrepreneurship was giving me, it was giving me hell by that time. So the reason why I even said unfiltered, to say I
this
come
is the
as
real
I am.
me.
You understand? I'm not gonna be wearing like those suits and all and everything just to
trying to look good.
Nah, I'm gonna come as I am. You understand? So that's about the book. And currently I'm trying to maneuver around social media. So even how I present myself on that, I don't come as like, I come as I am. If I'm unshaved, I'm like that. This is me.
Get the authentic me.
Definitely. So in any business discussions that I hold, I am always frank with people to say, guys, I am not gonna stand here and tell you or motivate you how to do it. If you need motivation, don't do it. Like, I'm always that honest with people, and how my journey has been, I've always been honest with it. I've been running this bakery by taking money from this one to pay this one. Hey, it's been a struggle.
It's been a journey. I can imagine.
I'm very honest with my life. You understand? So this book, man, this is a sample, by the way. A lot of chapters are not in the book because I wanted to first see how it's going to come out.
Look, yes, I get you.
I start investing a lot in printing.
I get you.
So but the book, man, I believe it's amazing. People who've read it said it's amazing. It's a book that makes people see that you are not alone. Whatever that you're going through, yes, we might be going through different
ways.
Yes,
but the struggles sometimes are similar, if not the same.
And if I can be able to sit here with you and tell you my story, where I started to where I am now, then what makes it difficult for you?
For the next person.
Like, just do it, my man. Just make sure that every challenge that you set for yourself, you see it through. You see it through.
I love that. So, I mean, and I love how you just, touched on the fact that there are quite a few people now who have read it and are receiving it quite well. The reception has been amazing. So, for a reader out there who might be interested in picking up Keletso's memoir and go through it, what would you hope they get out of it? Because it's a personal story of yours, right? And resilience, like you mentioned, is a huge thing for you. It resonates very huge and big for you. So what do you hope someone like a Musi or someone random who's wondering what the book is about gets out of it?
Because I'm someone who believes that as black people, I'm not gonna speak about white people a lot because I don't know much about it. But as black people being raised in the townships, we were raised by what I believe mostly angry parents due to their traumas that they had, due to their upbringing, due to
the circumstances,
right? So they raise us from a point of being scared. Don't do it. What we know as young people, black young people, is that we are always reprimanded. Don't do this. Don't do this. We've never been given an opportunity to say, do it. Let's see. Do it. Like, it's always been from a point of being scared or trying to prevent us from making the similar mistakes that they've done. And I believe that they were also told, like, don't do it, but they did it anyway. So I don't know why they can't apply that same mindset to say, we were also told, but we didn't follow, so we must let them be, man. Because that, gives us a lot of traumas as young people. Me growing up, I was always silent, and I don't know how I managed to understand that at a young age, where that I need to be quiet to protect myself, because I come from a family a family that hates each other through words, through sharp words and all of that. So I don't know how, but I've always understood that this is my environment. I need to protect myself, and to protect myself, I need to be quiet. You know, I have to be that quiet child that doesn't speak much, because if I speak, I'm gonna be told this. I'm gonna be, a lot of words are gonna be
Speak
thrown
when you're
at
only
me.
spoken to.
Not even. I'm that type of person. When I was young, if you speak to me, I would nod, one answer,
And
one
that's
word
it.
answer, and that's it. Because I wanna protect myself from whatever that might come after
Out of
that.
this,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So, and I believe a lot of people know that experience, but we are not, and especially as men, we are not comfortable to speak about those traumas that we've
gone
endured,
through,
through time.
Yeah.
But this book, it talks about that. It talks about the childhood traumas that you have and how you can practice, how to become better. Because now I operate in a space of where you're required to meet people, to mingle, to speak, to present. And I cannot be that quiet child.
Yeah.
I need to be vocal. I
Yeah.
need to engage. But funny thing is that when I'm in this business space, I do not struggle in terms of communicating and all of that. It's only when I have to engage with someone older on a personal level,
Yeah.
whereby I'm struggling, because I always have that
Mentality that you grew up
must
with,
always,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
thobe,
yeah.
ngwana.
Yeah, we
So,
kokobetse.
we kokobetse. So I always have that in my mind. Hence, I'm struggling. Even in this book, I wrote it. My business mentor is Mr. Tebogo, the one who owns this whole thing.
Oh, yes,
So I
yes.
even speak about that on in this book. That I struggled. Even now, I struggle to communicate with him, because he's an elder, and I have to engage with
Ke
him.
grootman.
Yeah, I get hot man, and I have to engage with him at a personal level. And because of my traumas, I'm unable to do that. But when we speak in any, when we meet in any business
Capacity.
meetings or capacity, I am able to express myself, which also shocks him as well, to say like,
But,
"What, dog?"
when we were together in our own corner,
when-
Chief, you're not like this. What's happening?
When there's competitions, I'm always the I always take the first place.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us having a discussion, a personal discussion, it's like you are shy now. It's like, and those are the traumas that I've had, and that's what I share in this story, to say, look, your traumas, yes, they are valid, whatever that you felt, but. And I'm also trying to say to young parents, look, this is not the way to raise our kids. Let's not raise them from a point of pain
And
to
anger.
and anger, to say, no, we must always protect our kids. Let them be, man. Let them be, because at the end of the day, they are going to make their own choices. No matter how you try to protect them, kids are always going to make their own choices. So this is what I share. To young female single parents, I'm saying, look, this is not how you should raise your kid. To a young man, I'm saying, look, I always say this, vulnerability is a man's greatest strength. Any man who fears to be vulnerable does crime, abuse against women and children, because they cannot express themselves. The only way they can express themselves is through
It's
what?
through those acts, those vile
Definitely.
acts.
So
Yeah.
being vulnerable is a strength. So we should be able to share that message and spread it amongst us, to say, hey, my man, you must be vulnerable. You must tell me what happened to that head.
Yeah, ke sa tshaba ho bua re- That's funny, man, yeah.
So just
Yeah,
making
true,
an example.
though, you're
yeah,
right,
wabo.
yeah.
To say, no, dog, if ba o shapile ko charteng,
It's fine, yeah. We'll get through it.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
wabo. So that's what I share.
Epa.
That's what I share.
Yeah, man, I love that so much, because I was about to ask, and you've delved into it a bit, you tapped into it, that what do you think was the most challenging part in compiling and putting together this memoir of yours? Because like you mentioned, there are quite a few chapters that are missing from this first copy, printed copy, right? And there's still more to come. And now, as you were mentioning it, for me, it also speaks towards that there's another version of this, a continuation that can come. From the first one, this is where I am now. These are the lessons that I've learned now, and this is what I've overcome now. So what do you think was the most challenging part, in compiling this and putting this together? But of course, also the most rewarding part of, remembering and going through that process of remembering all the experiences that you've gone through, whether good or bad, but it was like, hey man, Konja, I've passed through this, you know. There was this year. So challenging and most rewarding part about putting the memoir together.
My man, writing this book, having to express myself to the whole world, it wasn't easy. And I'm currently doing a program with Standard Bank at Gibbs. So they gave us an opportunity they gave us a clear chart, a white chart, I mean. And they said, just draw a mind map or, a tree that consists of your family and your structure and all of that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, my man, I felt like they requested me to do something that exposes my whole family.
I can imagine.
I'm like, hey, there's a lot of dark clouds.
Yeah.
And that's not what I'm gonna put in here.
Yeah.
And I sat there for 15 minutes. And then they said time out, and I didn't write anything.
With a blank page.
Yeah, I was like, nah. This is too.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna be
really
exposing
deep,
a lot of people.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna. And that's what opened my mind to say, wow. So I really haven't dealt with
those issues.
And that's how I managed to complete the book. I was supposed to finish it in September during my birthday. And after realizing that's when I had the courage to finish it. To say, no, I'm gonna write it down. Everything I'm gonna put there. And like I said, the first copy, many chapters were left behind because, like I said, my life is like there's so many.
There's
stories,
a lot,
man.
yeah.
And like when I sleep, I'm like, but nah, it's fine. I'll include it on the next
edition.
But I'm like, nah, I need to edit here because I wanted to title it. The subtitle was supposed to be "My Life Before Being a Millionaire." Because I always believe that. I always believe I'm gonna be a billionaire. I say it because
Manifest.
I can own it. And I want you to hold me accountable 10 years down the line.
You said now, what's happening, Chief?
What happened? I need you to hold me accountable for that.
Yeah, definitely.
And the rewards has to be having to open up. Man.
Yeah.
Like, when they say, like, when you speak, like, you...
It's a healing process.
Yeah,
it's therapeutic. And cathartic.
You understand?
Yeah.
But we take it lightly, like, but when you do, man, it's like, now I'm free. Like, now I've written everything down. Now you can read it. Now... There's no need for you to ask me anything. Like, you
go read the book for yourself.
Go through the book and see. The reason why you understand? And you probably can relate as well. No, my name is life issue.
I've gone through a similar thing.
I've gone through similar things, so I can, come out of any situation that I find myself in. So I'm still waiting for the big reward, which is selling copies.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the biggest reward. Selling copies.
Definitely.
Because I've tried a lot of businesses, man, thinking that they're gonna give me my biggest break, but it hasn't happened. And I'm planning to sell 4,000 copies to make my first million.
Oh wow!
That's what I wanna do because, hey my man, recently I've had a very heartbreaking one because. I've been in communication with Capitec, right, to introduce people being able to withdraw cash sends from your local tech shops.
Okay.
Not having to go to the mall to withdraw it.
Yes.
I've been speaking to them from last year, September, and the business development manager, because I went directly to the CEO to say, look, this is the idea that I have. I always try to communicate with the decision maker. I don't want to speak to someone who's going to have to now
loopholes,
Nah. I don't believe in that. So I spoke to them. He referred me to that person. That person gave me runarounds. Now NetBank is doing it. So my life has always been that. Before Take-A-Lot, we had a company called SmartServe, which did similar things.
Wow.
Partco, the reason why people are buying bus tags, they are filling their bus tags
in our local shops now.
That's been my idea.
Wow.
And then my idea was very broad, yes, because it allowed people, my idea was going to allow people to track their buses to see where it is.
Like an Uber type of thing, or like a Bolt type of thing. It's a makokai.
So, if it's stuck,
I can take another one. Oh, wow.
And these things come after experiencing something. I must run home and
come
run
back
to the next stop.
Ooh, so that you can catch the bus. I can imagine.
So these ideas come from those situations.
From your experiences.
Just struggle.
How can I alleviate that?
So I believe God gave me a gift in terms of business, having a mind that knows how to simplify.
Forward
things.
thinking.
Yeah.
I love that. And
But
problem
no,
solving.
go di bona di etsala di ideas tseo, una go etsagalang ka wena. Like it
man.
hits you, man.
Yeah.
Bro, like fuck. Like
This could have been me.
I don't know. I don't have resources. That's why. I don't know the right people. That's why. And also companies are now. Tabele ya Vodacom it tsutse batho ba baya go waka. Ya please call.
The guy will please call me, yeah.
Because the company is about to get the ideas
Tsa
about
batho, no.
because it's like hey. Situation
It's IP, man.
Yeah, IP. But hey, yeah, no.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Sounds very interesting.
Sounds
Sounds very
there's a lot of
interesting.
things
There's a
that-
lot to
yeah,
unpack.
There's a lot, man. Yeah.
So in closure, just beyond the book and all the businesses and the spaces you're involved in, the other one that you're involved in is you run Purpose, an NPO, right? That is focused on youth and mentorship, skills development.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that just very quickly in closure. What initially drove you to start Purpose, right? And what kind of impact are you seeing in the lives of the young people that you work with? Yeah.
So the journey started when I was back in varsity.
Okay.
My friends had this idea of going city to city, raising funds for students that cannot afford to pay their fees.
Okay.
So I was like, nah, this is something that I want to do as well. I joined it. So we went from Potchefstroom, we went to Joburg, we came to Joburg, we went to Pitori, we went to Cape Town. Using my friend's car, we used to stand at these busy intersections, holding just a board to say raising funds, please support. People will chip in like your 10 rands and all of that. So that's where the journey of
Purpose.
wanting to be, someone who brings back something from from where you come from to where you used to live. To say, look, let me bring some opportunities back to my township. So, ke go Snake Park, my bra. Like Snake Park, I regard Snake Park as my kasi because my friends are there, my best friends are there. So, kabuela ko kasi ka chela machita. Chance I wanna start an organization, Purpose Youth Development Center. And then machita obviously start to join like. So what we did, we wanted to bring in skills, right, to young people who are unemployable, right? Because it's one thing to say we have a lot of young people who are not working. The question is, are
you employable? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have the necessary skills for you to find employment.
Yeah.
So that was the question that we were trying to solve, right? And then Rara's partner Mesita to do a welding skills program. We partnered with NYDIK to do a sewing course, and then we partnered with other companies, your CBM training, your ARC skills, to provide these young people with skills. But we also did a lot of projects along the way, like I renovate tiling, ceiling, paint, many things. COVID we distributed the food parcels. See, we also have a soccer team that's currently running even now, Purpose Youth Academy. So that with the Purpose side of things, that was my first baby, man, and I loved it. And we've been running. Okay, we currently stop, yes, but we have been running a soup kitchen every Sunday for over 5 years now.
Wow.
For Snake Park, feeding over 150 kids.
Wow.
Babanyani. Every Sunday we've been doing that, but we currently stopped because of financial strains and all of that.
I can imagine.
Because we didn't depend a lot on sponsors and all of that. We used to believe that do the work, the sponsors will come. And
yeah.
it's much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they come to you.
Yeah. So I was like, this is a better approach, man. So let's work, and then people will come in. If we do something that people see as worthy, they will come in.
Yeah.
Rather than I always say that there's no customer called family or friend. You only have customers. So if your friends and family don't fall under that, then it means you have something. If my family and friends don't buy the book, then it's something that they're not probably interested in. Some of them, like I know.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong. But when you put personal or family and friends are not supporting, like support.
Yeah.
So you're probably selling something that they're not interested in, and you can't force them.
Yeah.
You can't force them to support you. It doesn't work like that.
I love that, man. I love that. So I feel like there's so much to unpack, so many stories. We could sit here for the entire day. In closure, someone is listening, is watching us, and is finding all of the things that you're saying very interesting and intriguing. Wants to get a hold and get in touch with Keletso. How do we go about that? Social media, email, all of the works in jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm very much active on Facebook.
Okay.
It's Keletso Purpose Mulubi.
Okay.
Right. On my Facebook. Yes, Instagram can also but I don't really utilize
Okay.
them. Really TikTok but it's not for me. Hey, content creation.
It's not an easy thing.
No.
Very challenging.
But I'm trying now.
Yeah.
So, but you can also reach me. My girlfriend is not really jealous. Issues. So it's 084 036 0703.
One more time.
So it's 084 036 0703.
I love
so
that. Yeah, we're adding the zeros, Chief. Yeah.
They are sides. They've always been sides.
I love that. We're manifesting, Chief. We're speaking things into fruition and into manifestation, right? And into life. I love that. So, no, Keletso, thank you so much. We appreciate, man.
Thank you for
And I feel like we need to come through when we're in studio again so that we can unpack a bit more. And maybe by then, we could have like a second edition of Resilience and the memoir and a continuation of these stories, because it sounds like there's a whole lot that's happened and a lot that you've gone through, you've experienced, you've witnessed, and I'm sure someone out there can relate. I'm absolutely sure. But with that being said, we appreciate, man.
Thank you so much for you guys giving me this platform. One thing about me, I appreciate everything that I get.
Yes, sir.
I'm guided by God. So if I'm at a place and I have to do something,
it was meant to be.
So even when I arrived later, okay, we have this issue. Guys, I'm comfortable. We can do whatever.
Yeah.
We can, because at the end of the day, I always maintain that
you're not gonna pretend. Yeah, man. No, we appreciate. With that being said, all of this is only and exclusively brought to you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, where radio meets TV. Spending some quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mr. These are the beauties, that we bring you, man, on the Breakfast Show, where we can sometimes switch it up on you and show you that we're authentic people, like Keletso is saying, right here in the streets of Soweto, the heart of Dobsonville, right next to Zondi Hills, brought to you by the Blinko Network. So with that being said, let you and I see each other next time, and do keep warm.
Welcome back, South Africa. Welcome back, Mzansi. Good morning to the Vooka Nation. Now, I hope you guys are feeling fantastic. Born about a TGFI. Born, thank God it's a Friday, man. It's time for us to go out, have fun, relax, let loose of all that midweek stress, that midweek slump. It's all time for us to go back and relax, man. Get in touch with our inner selves, our inner child. You never know what you're missing, right? And obviously, as you all know, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Plays. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter than Tontoni. Yes, but I am not here by myself. I am here with my fellow brother, the man who has ukumechisa, uhlula mina futhi nokumechisa. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Not too bad, honestly. But it's just one of those. I don't know, man. This week has just been weird for me. Yeah, and I'm glad. I think for the first time, I don't know in how long, I honestly am glad and happy that it's a Friday, guys, because I woke up and I'm thinking, man, it's Saturday, man. Why is my alarm going off on a Saturday, guys? I can check. It's still Friday. I'm like, yo, guys, can't be feeling. But I'm happy to be here, and I trust that being with you, both in your presence and in your company on this wonderful Friday morning, the 22nd of August, 2025. We're going to amp up the volume and amp up the energy levels, of course. You know that you are always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm so happy and I'm excited to be both in your company, like I said, and in your presence this morning. We're going to be taking such great care of you. The time right about now is 5 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock. What you were just watching a second ago was when I myself was in conversation with Keletso about all the spaces that he's involved in. Firstly, about the business that he runs of baking and selling bread. I think it was Daily Bread, ne? Daily Bread, yes, the name of his bakery. And of course, we touched a bit on his book called Resilience. And it is a memoir of all the things that he has gone through in his life. And like I said in that conversation and in that engagement, God willing, sometime in the future, we can perhaps have him in studio. Because the reason we were outside on that particular morning was some of the challenges that we face from time to time, being off load reduction and load shedding. So with that being said, we continue wanting to hear your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. Jump onto our comment section using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it also continues on WhatsApp by dialing the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done, man. Talk to me, everybody. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, hey, except that I sprained my ankle on my way here.
You sprained your ankle?
Yeah.
Were you running, no matter? Or what was happening?
I was running for work.
Okay.
So trying to walk as fast as I can.
Okay.
And then I sprained my ankle, so now I had to walk in slow motion. So that got the worst of me.
Yeah.
So like even right now, I'm busy lifting my legs so that at least to create a bit of blood circulation in there. Because I've had some pretty weird ankle accidents over the years,
Sure.
and unfortunately, it takes a long time for my ankles to actually heal. So
heal, yeah,
right
yeah.
now, I'm like stressing over the fact that at least because I don't want to wake up with a swollen ankle. It's gonna be a problem if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do. Please don't let me have one of those. But otherwise, I'm doing okay, man. I'm pretty happy, man.
Yeah.
I decided to get my bees necklace outside, and then I took outside my grandmother's skirt. Yes, I wear a whole lot of my grandmother's clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I decided to look a bit Afro-centric vandaag, because it's
Okay.
like, you know what, let me just, I'm having a boondy vibes vandaag.
Okay.
That's what's happening with me today. So I decided to go out with that one. So basically just to get in touch with Mother Earth.
Okay, I see you. I mean, it's a
Yes.
Fashion Friday. So yeah, man, maybe was that the inspiration? Or maybe ke Friday and it's like a Fashion Friday here.
Not even, hey. It's because I haven't actually worn this skirt in forever.
Okay.
And then I remember that, you see this bee, I love this necklace. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I love this bee necklace. So it's like a bee inside with like a 3D glass nyana, so you can literally see it in a much more bigger light.
Yeah.
So this one also took from my grandma. I don't know where she got it. Girl even forgot where she got it. So I'm like, you know what? For the love of
You're gonna
nature,
rock
I'm
that
gonna
one
rock
today.
it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going back to my roots. And then when I got to studio right now, I lost my beret. I can't even remember where I put it.
Is it
Funny
not
enough.
in your bag or something?
It's somewhere around here, but I just can't remember. Maybe it's probably inside my bag. But I'm like, because I remembered when I was about to put on the headset, man, guys, where's my beret?
Yeah,
Because I know I left home with my grandma beret. Now I don't find my beret no more.
Okay,
So
I
you
see
know,
you.
but don't worry, when you get on an 8 break. Oh, vele ngiyamlutha ugogo mpela. Efanele ngimlutha we.
I have one. I think 2 jerseys. I've worn one of them here in studio a while ago, months ago. But there's like a fawn brownish one, earth tonish one, and then there's a white one as well. But
Now
those are,
uluthile.
no, man, those are the 2 that I got from.
Thank you. But
she
I
says
told you
it's
that I
lost.
don't know where I lost it.
And she says it's lost. But yeah, those are the 2 jerseys that I started wearing them like over 10 years ago, I think back in 2013. I like the brownish one more than the white one. But I do, like Everybody mentioned, that I do try to mix and match and just have coordination in my outfits, things of that sort. So I know a lot of girls have asked for that. You see, if every time I got like a 10 rand, I got 10 rand for every time someone says musike kopachezi. I would be one of the richest people around. It's nice jerseys, man. Like this all vintage clothes, these all items, clothing items are very cool, man. But those are just about the only 2 that I've taken from my grandmother.
Oh no, I loot my grandmother's wardrobe like nobody's
Okay,
business.
I
Like,
mean, we're not Wanyana, so it makes
yeah,
sense.
for me it's understandable because my mom can't fit in my grandmother's clothes. Like, no, she needs to drop a size to my size first before she can actually fit in those clothes. So my grandmother knows that whenever she needs to get any item out, uqala ngami endlini.
For the diaparo tsaka.
Hey, I remember there was a time she had this other beautiful wraparound skirt. I've worn it here at the station. And then she wanted to give it out to people out and I was like, no, bruh, how do you do that? Am I not a female? Before you give anything out to anybody, including your siblings, you must start with me. Like even the siblings, they literally come to the house to fight for everything. Huh? Charity starts at home. Like even her siblings come and they're like, no, get Osak. I'm like, you don't live here. Y'all live at your own houses. So they're supposed to start with me first. The person that lives here, there's a bag right now. That bag, it's a laptop bag. So I'm putting it gracefully for when I officially get myself my own laptop. Okay. I remember my grandmother's last born. Yes, she came there to the house to literally thrift for bags at my grandmother's place.
So and your grandmother has a laptop or had a laptop?
It's a briefcase,
okay.
But it has a bit of a sling. Okay. So it's like one of those old vintage briefcases, like the leather, it's pure, authentic leather. Yes. So for me, I'm going to turn into a laptop bag. So we fought, me and my grandmother's sibling for that bag. She's like, no, but I'm the last one. I'm like, child, you earn more money than me and everybody combined in the house. You can't be fighting me for this bag. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. You can't be fighting me for this bag.
So basically you were fighting your grandmother as well.
Yeah, I was fighting my grandmother for my grandmother's bag.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was fighting my grandmother for my grandmother's bag. Yeah, and then she lost, she gave up. And then she also came by. I was like, okay, you got to give me your jersey. So right now, we're going to start off with our own daily bread. Not the daily bread, our own daily bread, which is basically today in history. And yes, kiddies, class is in session. Yeah. Now, for today's first history event, we are talking about George Clooney, right? So in 2018, Forbes says George Clooney makes more money in a single year, which is 239 million, than any other actor due to sale of an alcohol company, followed by Dwayne Johnson with 124 million. Now in 2018, George Clooney topped Forbes' list of highest paid actors with a staggering 239 million earned between June 2017 and June 2018, despite not appearing in any single film during that period. His windfall came largely from the 1 billion sale of Casamigos, the tequila brand he co-founded with Randy Geber and Mike Malman, to the liquor giant Diego. Clooney's earnings eclipsed those of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who came in second with his 124 million, thanks to blockbuster roles and savvy use of social media to boost his promotional value.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Because I thought to Dwayne Johnson, because we did him during the week.
Yeah,
he's
the one. Yeah.
But now combined, George
Clooney has
alcohol thing, so he made more money.
But I think a whole lot of them, even the empire that the nose. Beyond the nose, but Beyonce, the Carters. Yes.
Yeah, the Carters.
Beyonce and
Jay-Z
are building. Like it's not only music and movie sales; it's all their assets combined, and it's like, and I think that's how. Say what you will about Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian's mother. That lady is crazy when it comes to business, man. So to get all of her daughters, all of them, not just one or two, but all 5 of them now are media moguls, bruh. Like that's a crazy thing. And when you combine all their assets, that's how, like, guys, Kim Kardashian has only appeared in like less than 5 movies probably in her life, and she's, yeah, man, that's just crazy.
I could only count one movie that I saw it.
Because Rihanna, either she went above $1 billion.
No, she's actually above $1 billion. She's worth something plus billion, and that's all thanks to her very strategic business moves, man. Yeah. She partnered with Puma for the sneakers. She has her own lingerie. She has her own beauty products, and she also released her own hair products. So, and then the nice thing is that she even does the promotions herself. Like you literally see her on Instagram or doing the videos where she loads up her Fenty brand. brand and basically shows you what she does with the Fenty brand, how she makes her hair look so good using the brand that she made, how she makes sure that her skin is flawless using her own brand. So with her, it's also very strategic because even with the lingerie, she sometimes even models. So she's not only about basically hiring different models to model the brand, but she's making sure that she is the brand, like truly being the face of your own brand. That's what she's doing, man. So man, that's pretty amazing, hey? And then on our next one, in 1987, Madonna's single Who's That Girl hits number 1. Madonna's 1987 Who's That Girl topped the Billboard Hot 100 on August 22nd, making her 6th number 1 single and reinforcing her reign over 80s pop. Released as the lead track for the film of the same name, where she played a quirky street smart character. The song fused dance pop with Latina flair and bilingual lyrics, echoing the success of La Ilsa Boneta. Its catchy hook, vibrant video, and tie-in with her. Oh yes, and tie-in with her global helped cement Madonna's image as her multifaceted icon, dominating both music and film. But I can't remember a film that has Madonna. I don't know.
Nah, there are a few. There are a few.
I don't think I've actually watched them.
There are a few.
Even with her, she's like literally also launched her kids, both her biological kid and the adopted kids. They're all making the work. So these days, when you become a celebrity, making sure that your kids are also cemented into the world is one of the best things ever.
That's what Manila was talking about yesterday, man. The thing of not just leaving a surname for your kids, but leaving a proper legacy, and the legacy that is tied in with financial good standing, man. So very cool stuff.
Yeah, very amazing. So in 1998, South Africa beats Australia 29-15 in Johannesburg to win its first Tri-Nations rugby series with an unbeaten record. Springboks fullback Percy Montgomery lands 5 penalties and 2 conversions. In a historic 1998 shutdown at Ellis Park, Johannesburg, the Springbok capped off a flawless Tri-Nations campaign by defeating Australia 29-15, clinching their first title in the tournament with an unbeaten record. Under the coach Nick Mallett, South Africa extended their winning streak to 14 consecutive tests, showcasing dominance and discipline. Percy Montgomery's precision with 5 penalties and 2 conversions sealed the victory, while the team's overall performance reflected resurgence in South African rugby just 3 years after their World Cup triumph. So Vele the Springboks have been out there doing it.
Definitely. One of the best,
out there doing
the
it.
best rugby team in the world, man. It's funny, I was watching, I don't know if you've seen these videos, but they, for some reason, they keep coming up on my timeline and stuff, and on my feed. These videos of Americans reacting to rugby because they heard rugby is more rough than
football.
Yeah. So, hey man, that guy swallowed his words very quickly. It's like, I would quit the game immediately. I would stop playing that day. What are the Springboks doing? These guys are big and, they're muscular and all of those things. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it actually is more rough than football because with football they have helmets, they have those shoulder pads, protection gear. In rugby, there's no protection gear. Once a person comes in slamming into you, feel it in your gut. Choke slam is the word. And then we're also going to be talking about the inventions that are basically made in South Africa or around the world. And today's invention that we're covering is the biodegradable packaging made from sugarcane waste. Now, the biodegradable packaging made from sugarcane waste, specifically biogas, the fibrosis residue left after juice extraction, is a game-changing innovation in sustainable material. Instead of discarding this agricultural byproduct, researchers and manufacturers are transforming it into consumable packaging like plates, containers, and protective wraps. Biogas is naturally renewable, moldable, and free from harmful chemicals, making it safer for food contact and human health. Its production is relatively low cost, energy efficient, and once used, the packaging breaks down naturally without polluting the environment. This approach not only reduces reliance on fossil fuel-based plastics, but also diverts tons of organic waste from landfills. It's part of a broader movement towards circular economies where waste becomes a resource. Industries from food service to retail are adapting sugarcane-based packaging to meet growing consumer demand for eco-friendly alternatives.
It's cool.
Now,
It's
this is very
cool.
beautiful, man.
Yeah, very completely. Just being sustainable, man.
Yeah, it
being
is.
sustainable, environmentally friendly. Yeah, I like that. The other one that I saw, I think it's the same thing. I don't know, Mr. B, if you've heard this, but the I think it's a polystyrene, where it takes up to 500 years to break down. So they're trying to find other ways for that product, those throwaway cups and plates and all of those things. So this is crazy and it's nice, man. It's interesting. It's good. Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole reuse, recycle, repackage.
Yeah.
Because plastic, more than century, like if you leave it here you'll still find it.
It says that
so it doesn't
takes 500 years to break down.
It doesn't it's not biodegradable like nature itself. Yeah.
The other one that because toothbrushes, and I think they've started in some Asian countries or in some regions of some Asian countries where they're no longer using plastic for toothbrushes. They're using bamboo now.
Well, I think that one has been around for the longest time, especially in your Nigerian regions,
But
because
that's like your people that are, as part of them wanting to sort of survive. Not just bamboo alone, but then even konana sekase. I've seen people that would take one of these little plants and then chop them up a little bit and then use that as but as a product. I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, same.
Well, for me, I've seen on some videos that the one that they normally use in Nigeria, because that's how back then and even still now, people use it, especially for cleaning your teeth, and apparently it actually also helps to whiten your teeth faster. So if you don't want to use like your normal chemicals so that your teeth become whiter, they just basically use the stick, and it lasts much more longer than an actual toothbrush.
But can you reuse that stick?
You can. It's basically about rinsing it again and then using it again. That's why it lasts longer.
Than a toothbrush.
Because it's a stick. It's like a very long stick. Yeah. So basically, once you're done with whatever part you're using, you just basically chop that part out. And then you start over again.
But it wouldn't last a week.
It wouldn't last a week.
It didn't last a week.
Like you brush your teeth twice a day, ne? So obviously you keep chopping. It's gonna finish.
Yeah.
But I'm curious if it is an actual product where you can go and buy.
Yeah.
The reason I
Same.
ask is because I don't like it, but I sort of understand the environmental impact. You've been to Spur, you've been to a restaurant, and you find
straws. Those useless straws. And those straws are useless, bro. I remember the first time I used it.
Business decision.
I was in Cape Town. Not Cape Town. I was in Cape Town. I'm like, guys, what's happening? Like, come on, man.
Those straws are far worse than a plastic straw.
I'm totally
No, but then plastic, remember.
Yes, I mean, I get it for environmental purposes.
For environmental purposes, but it
no, man,
for me, it's also one of the most dumbest inventions ever.
It's like, and I think after a while they ended up discontinuing it because like it was like
no, the thing is, this one it was a business decision.
Yeah,
where when you buy it or when they give you a
drink,
you have to consume it quick.
Yeah,
so that
because the straw doesn't get
or
wet.
you can't put in the straw immediately when you get the drink, right? So you'll have to eat or chill a bit, and then once you decide to drink, you can now take it out of the wrap and then put it in, and then you can't wait that long because it's gonna, it's like a cardboard.
And then unfortunately, you can't even take it. You can't even put it inside the drink and then take it out because it makes no difference. Because once you put it back in there, it gets even more soaked. And I'm like, what's happening? But those things are actually available. But you just need to go to like one of those, like basically Nigerian-owned stores or Ghanaian-owned stores. That's where you probably find it. But I don't know where some people right now who are training on social media actually order them, because I've seen that it's quite a few people, some people in Europe and stuff, they literally open them from a packet that's sealed with plastic. So in terms of ordering it maybe online or whatever, I am not sure about it, but I know ukuthi wazilahla ejozi rwangena komayuveli bomayilbro uzosithola leso stick.
Yeah, there's also these reusable straws. Well, those still made from plastic, but they reduce the amount of plastic. But obviously, those ones, they tend to be carried more by women because it's something that you can put in your handbag.
I've never carried those.
What's that?
Reusable straws.
Oh yeah, the metal ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are cool. I've seen quite a few girls make use of that. Of those
And
ones.
there's ones that also fold as well. So
Yeah.
it's not something that is takes up a whole lot of space. So
Yeah.
I think that does reduce the amount of plastic or waste. But I don't know if it's like a thing that women just carry.
I don't know if I was about to say that.
I also don't know.
I don't know if
never
people
carried
will
it.
be willing to walk around carrying straws in their pockets or in their bags, but it is a very cool. I mean, if you have a car, so but I've seen how the impact that it has, and it's cool, man. It's cool. You rinse it or you wash it as you do your dishes. You put it away somewhere. Yeah, man. Like maybe they can also come up with that. You see that container, for toothbrushes. You see that case? Yeah, they can come up with a smaller case for the straws. Yeah, could be cool, man. Very, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen my cousin carry that straw once. I don't know if she still has it out there in Stellenbosch, but I know when she comes in, she's like, no, let me go fetch my straw. I can't give anybody Crawford. Okay, to go Crawford family. So she literally dashes it out. I'm like, yeah, so I got to drink with the sauce. I'm like, go where you find that metal straw from. She never told me till today.
So the school does teach environmental impact. So I guess it's one of those things that they instill in the kids, right?
Yeah, and then one thing that's also good about, for example, Crawford, like I said, they also bring back, if, for example, they sometimes also bring back the students to also come and teach in the school. Because I know that before she went off to Stellenbosch University, she taught basically math at Crawford. At that time, she didn't even have a qualification. She was like an after-school teacher. She was an after-school teacher. She teach there and then earned a certain stipend. And then after that, that's when she went off to university out in Cape Town. But definitely it's a Mukas. Mukas, like I say, it's true.
Have you been to Stellenbosch before?
No.
Trust me when I say this.
It's proper.
It's clean.
You mean the varsity? Or just like
the varsity, the area itself,
the place. Oh.
So I went out there and you could see the difference where if you've got a piece of paper or you were just eating something, you've got a wrap or whatnot, you would rather put that in your pocket.
Look, I was about to say that I'm one of those people to this day. I get very irritated when I see anyone litter.
Yeah.
To this day.
That's TC.
Like, why are you littering, bro? Like, kenya ntwe mo pokotong o tla latla ko pele or kopa charata somewhere when you're walking around. Can I please just throw this in the bin? Like, I don't understand. Like, especially na bra, you're an adult, you should be more conscious than kids, man. For kids, we get it. Maybe some people also understand it, but as an adult, why are you littering? Why? No, man. Like, no, honestly, it vexes me, Mr. P. It really does.
My grandmother
man.
says
like,
I litter in my bag.
Like, no, man. Like,
I also do the same thing of literally just shoving it in my bag.
Yeah.
So most of my bags have like sweet wrappers, chappies, sometimes it's chips. And then for some weird reason, I don't know why she does this, she goes through my bags. my lady, and like out of nowhere, Kogan like, hey, when I go, let's go to a dustbin, it's a big dustbin,
But
and
at
I'm
least
like,
you didn't
next,
litter.
no, it's not dustbin,
You didn't litter.
You only littered in your bag.
yeah, and I'm like, I want to next, no, it's not dustbin, so there's like a lot, like I decided, okay, I'm baking area. When I can't turn to try bike, but plastic in yani, a matlakal. Outside my zero do not tell a matlakal like a whoa.
I go to an extent of even carrying a water bottle the entire day. Like, I don't mind if I don't have any place or I don't come across a public trash bin. I'd rather carry it the entire day.
And speaking of these public bins, between the swimming pool and the stadium,
Yeah.
there used to be those.
They used to,
bins,
those,
like
the
that,
green ones.
That area in
Green
between
cans,
was proper.
It was. Pake
Now-
ya rona mo 147, 48 mo kopananteng, just around the municipal office. It was clean. It was proper. I remember.
And now they remove the base of the bins, and
They make use of them like for fire, or people steal them to go sell and stuff. This area was proper. Dobsonville was one of those places, man. I remember Park Air when it was created and cleaned up. Like, we had like those white stones. Remember, like those like little white stones around, and you would walk on them. It was proper. But unfortunately,
Sorry, before you guys move on.
Sure.
I mentioned TC, and now she's texting. Let me see. It's something different.
oh, okay.
But then you probably would have seen, and I'll try and pull up some images a bit later. Maybe we can pick this up. There are these photos on Google Earth where they
Yes.
do sort of like
A
a
comparison.
time-lapse, a comparison where,
I've seen those.
but you can see that rather than
Getting better. We've
getting
gotten
better,
worse.
It's getting worse.
We've
It's
gotten
getting
worse.
worse.
I'm
There's
like, for me, it's also the same as Zone 2 Park. Most people know the park that I'm talking about. Because, growing up, Zone 2 Park was known for like having the most wildest parties ever. Like, the most, you'd have your pride happening out on Zone 2 Park growing up as a kid. And then you'd also have your Hare Krishna. I don't know if Hare Krishna is still around in Soweto. Have you ever...
I don't know what.
Okay, so Hare Krishna, it's basically Punjabs. Well, not literally Punjabs per se, but it's Indians, which also similarly dress as Punjabs. So they have like a feeding, almost like it's almost like Mali base Yamakula.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had that. So they'll also drive up to schools, and then they'll also give out like food and stuff. So we in Meadowlands would call it Hare Krishna because of the song they used to sing.
Okay.
So still today, I can't tell you the right name of that organization. And if you ask anybody from Meadowlands, they'll tell you that Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Because of that song. So they used to host like some pretty good and amazing Indian festivals out at Zone 2 Park. Then it got a revamp. They put in a soccer pitch. Everything just died.
No, I've been.
Like, it got a revamp. They put in a soccer pitch and everything just died. Like, it killed like the whole atmosphere that it had. It used to be like a very super place where people could play. There was barely any crime. And then Yatola, Pimpapu, and then now we started having a bit of crime happening there. Right now, it's getting reconstructed again. Like, I don't understand what's happening. And it's getting a bit too much to such a point that you can see it's laba by 2027.
But at least there's a revamp taking place. Hopefully, it will be for the better. I see you've pulled them up, Mr. B.
I've pulled them up, so trying to see if there's a way in which you guys can see it. But so on Google Earth, you do have that whole time lapse and comparison. So, manje, I'm just gonna showcase Kopanong from last year, and you probably find that it's getting worse and stuff like that. But I also want us to go in between the park,
Okay.
between the swimming pool and the Dobsonville Stadium.
Okay.
But let me just showcase this here. Don't know if you guys can see it on your end here in
Sure,
the studio.
sure.
You can see it, right? Cool. This is 2024. I'm gonna go back to 2010. Now
Look at
it could be seasonal, right? You can see the greens,
Sure,
but
the greenery.
but
It's-
look at the tree on the left hand
yeah,
side.
yeah. I remember this tree.
That's
Because I pass here almost every day.
But look how clean
It was
is.
clean. It was.
Besides the fact that this is probably spring or summer, and then fast forward, it's like, but look at the dirt, look at the weeds
Yeah.
that are
Like
growing.
even the grass in the hole in itself.
Like, it's dead. It's no longer maintained. It's not green. It's not.
But
prospering.
the weeds, though, the weeds show that there is lack of maintenance. So look at that, nice and clean,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just gonna move on to, but I want to see if I can get an aerial view of in between
The stadium and
yes.
the stadium and,
I don't
the
know if you know, Miss, but then from an aerial view, that park, actually, this was a car from an aerial view.
really
Yeah.
where there was the scrapyard.
The scrapyard. Yes.
Yeah.
So we were down here at the bottom here.
Okay, I see. And then coming this way, we could check Mono and Tlantla mole.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
here
yeah.
there was.
Oh yes, when they were
There were
gearing up
swings
for. Wait, Mr. B, are you? Is that my Koma Center mole?
No, my center's down here. Okay, so this is the corner of Kopanong right
Okay,
here.
Labesbeke corner like a
Yes.
second ago.
Yes.
Okay, and
And-
as you go up, that's the tree la abonkosi bakhona ngithi. The attorneys now.
Down, yeah.
Yeah.
Covered by these trees.
Sure, covered by the
And then
trees.
it's this park.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's just behind the swimming pool.
Oh, just yeah.
Yeah.
I remember where there was
So
an
from
ad.
an aerial view, it's
Oh,
actually
it was a car, really?
yeah,
I
and
didn't
there's-
know that.
There used to be swings and all of that. So I just want to see if I can get a better image of what it used to look like. Now there's no swings because of Machita. They took the
No, but the
the
swings
scrap, the
were
metal.
here, Mr. B.
way
Emma Cent, the swings.
they were.
And then Ngale, it was just when they were gearing up for the 2010 World Cup and they were cleaning it and stuff like that. When the scrapyard was removed, that's what I remember. I don't remember there being swings next to close to the swimming pool.
Nane says swimming pool mo Dobsonville.
I want to Dobsonville, guys, say what you will about Kasiaka.
Guys, I'm
Dobsonville,
looking at you. I'm listening to
B.
you.
Let
You're
me show
saying
you,
swimming
let me
pool.
show
I'm
you.
like,
There used to be
swimming
swings
pool.
here. See here?
oh, here at the thingy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Where the scrapyard is. Yes, no, you're right. There was like
Now-
a slide and swings and
Over
stuff.
there,
Yeah.
the swing is no longer there. You can just see the
Yeah, yeah,
structure.
Yeah,
But
no,
no,
you're right.
it's
Okay,
not
yeah,
there
I
anymore.
remember.
Right.
There was a slide and swings there, and like a merry-go-round.
Yes.
Yes.
So you see this black here? That's the car from.
Oh, from an aerial view.
Let's go back to 2010. Look at the state of the swings and everything.
Oh, Nkosi yami.
Crazy. This is crazy.
There was no graffiti on the walls. I mean, look.
Greener
maybe-
pastures.
Oh, this is crazy, Mr. B. Wow, man.
It's gone now. It's gone. Another thing, just before we move on, which I think maybe people will appreciate, is that on Google Maps, you can also take a tour of being inside the stadium.
Really?
Yeah. Let me do the animation so people can see it.
Yeah, but our stadium is no longer what it used to be as well, man. Especially when
Look at that.
Morocco Swallows left. Yeah, this was 2010 when they were gearing up for the World Cup. I remember I went once to one of the games. Yeah, it was crazy. It was beautiful, man. The stadium was well maintained. It was
Looking good.
yeah, man. It was beautiful. It was your stadium Sarona was like
I can't even talk about the stadium we have in
this is
Middlelands.
2012. So
Okay.
It's like 2 years.
2 years after. So it was still well maintained, very
Yeah.
much so. And Morocco Swallows was still part of the PSL at the time, so it was well maintained because they were making use of the stadium every day, more or less. You know, because it was their home ground where they'd have their games. Yo guys. Bo na go pulling mo no go le clean yang. Sheesh, man, this is crazy.
Anyway,
Man,
littering.
reminiscing. So hopefully, you see, my thing is, Mr. B, and I saw this about 3 years ago when I was. Remember when I spoke about a while ago when I spoke about. Remember when the floods hit KZN for the first time 3 years ago, right? It was proper. Yeah, it was
Sorry,
clean,
man. Sorry. Look, last year.
This was last year.
This was last year,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Which probably
Still more or less. I passed
more or less
here in
the
the
same.
morning. It's the same.
But you would have seen that towards the ticket area.
Yeah.
Where you normally
Where
buy
you
tickets.
tickets, yeah, at the stadium.
There's people that are camping there and smoking.
They've burnt it, and
They've burnt it.
there's a guy who sleeps
There's
there.
live fires there.
Yeah, there's a guy who sleeps there. I see him every morning. No, guys, it's a genuine thing. There's a guy who sleeps there.
There's a guy there.
There's a guy.
I know what rough.
Go
Yeah.
ancient.
So
Thing.
you can see, man, there's fires there, right?
Yeah, they've burnt
So
it.
I'm gonna go back to 2010.
Oh, guys, look at the difference.
Look at the
Look
difference.
at the trees, man. All the lights were working. I remember the pool was well maintained. It was being painted after a certain while, like being updated.
You know, but besides littering and
Oh,
stuff, it also comes back to the fact that the government is also not basically maintaining these things because that's like literally government property, meaning that the weeds that are there are supposed to be maintained by Maspala.
I was about to say, like when I
That-
was working at the thing, when we went to KZN, we saw how municipal workers. I'm like, guys, so we were distributing food parcels, we're distributing tracksuits. Because it was like May and just about to hit June, right? So it was bad. The situation that side was bad, man. So municipal workers stealing the parcel, and we weren't buying like the most expensive stuff. In bulk. So we'd go to like a cash and carry, like
Body sunshine.
sunshine type of thing, yeah. And yeah, the guys, the owners of that shop used to know us. Every week we come back, right? Because we'd go to different places. So this week at Dobsonville, next week when we come back, Meadowlands, next week Woman Fella, and we'd move around. This one time, these guys are stealing these things, and it's not even as if they needed them. I'm like, my dude, you have a full-time 9 to 5 job, like. Roll on HCPA because we're buying in bulk, right? Trying to make sure that everyone gets the same thing in the parcel. So you'd have a sack of rice, sugar, be the essentials, right? And then if we were able to, would buy maybe a sack of potatoes, cabbage, and then on the side for females we'd do like a toiletry type of thing, so sanitary pads, soaps, all of those things. And then there's a girl that we used to work with. She would put them in like nice plastics, wrap them up very nicely, so we'd know, okay, we're coming to Dobsonville, there's 100 people who signed up, that because we'll tell the municipal office would announce in the community, right? And then they'd say, no, we have 100 people who are coming. Please ask me, 36 go 100 thing. And then they would steal the rest. I'm like, guys, really? Seriously, you have you're not even affected, or you weren't affected by the floods, guys. And then they're going to sell them, and I'm like, guys, come on. So it's very sad. Even in Dobsonville, and we have an office that's functioning. It's just sad for me, man. Like you just mentioned, because the municipal office, man, should do something, man. Like this is. I don't know.
I think also the most barbaric thing that also happened to the municipal office at Meadowlands is the fact that they were literally constructing and building 47. That's what the office is called, 47.
Okay.
Can I tell you, Guti, when they were building it, when it was about to be reopened, the roof caved in. Ceiling yawa.
Imagine.
There was a time where pulekila beds are strong, like a strong moose. And then after that, next day, the ceiling roof like you see this, the way it is, the water went inside.
Imagine.
And then when they even take out contracts for builders that are needed, because this thing needs to be a community thing. Mind you, can I tell you, 47, it's not even a person that lives in Meadowlands.
Yeah. That's always the
That's
case.
like
man.
one of the weirdest things ever. Like
always the
right
case.
now, we're currently Meadowlands Stadium out in Zone 5 is being constructed.
Oh, okay.
It has been in construction for almost 10 years. Yes, in Zone 5. It has been in construction for the longest years. And unfortunately, that stadium has always been in bad condition. Like super bad condition from me growing up. Look at the stadium. It's like an open field in G.
It's grounds, more or less. Oh, you mean like...
Yeah,
yes.
on paper it's not a stadium, but we call it it's like a mini stadium. So it's basically pitch, and it's been like that for the longest time, even way before the World Cup started. I don't want That it's still today.
Stadium in Tui.
It's yeah. and it is
Mr. B. I don't know. There's a place like similar to this in Foslo, but think of Ikongo for us, where the Kota Festival is going to take place. Yeah, this is it. Yeah,
this is it. It's been like that for the
For a long
longest time.
Yeah.
Like since Ningeni Primary, this place has been like this. And it's been in construction for also the longest time. Like it's not going anywhere.
But you can see the paint work. You know? 'Cause this is in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Years
the paint job wasn't the greatest one.
Yeah.
But at least it was painted. It was maintained.
Let me see if I can get another view, man.
Can you see how it looked in 2009 inside? Like, look at this. Here need maintenance.
So this is 2000 and last year.
2000 and last year.
2009.
Oh, wow. Look at the
That,
difference, man. Yeah.
2009, you could enter and
It was proper. You could make use of it.
Like different schools would go. Well, this is what we use as different schools for soccer. And now schools can't even use that to go and play like tournaments, what high school versus what high school, or what primary versus what primary, because of how it
crazy,
is,
nah?
the state it's in right now.
It's crazy. It's too crazy.
This place has been in construction for the longest time. I don't want to like.
It's too crazy.
Baja
It's too crazy.
tšhelete ka pleke e, yo.
Butloko. It's not only Community Lands, in fact, all over the place. All over the place. So, yeah, man, I see already TC is sharing her thoughts. But some of you have jumped onto our comment section. A bit earlier on, Mom Tembi came through saying, a very good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. And then my very own sister, Priscilla Maiman, is saying, morning. Hello, Priscilla. Mom Tembi coming back saying, happy Friday, Vooka team and Vooka Nation. God bless you. Man. Like TC said, man, Mom Tembi, the vibe check is always on point, man. And then Uluetu comes through saying, good morning, Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Happy Friday, Vooka team, and be blessed. I love that, man. And then Ubuhle also comes through saying, good morning, Vooka team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Nice one. And then she says, happy Friday. God bless. I love it, man. I love how God is at the root of the thing, Mr. P. That's cool, man. Yeah, I love that so much. And then Miss Q Rams came through saying, good morning. I don't know. Do you guys know who Miss Q Rams is?
I have no idea.
Because the first time I comment, her name is Q Rams.
Yes.
Maybe she's part of those people who always watch but never comment. And then our very own Uzinzi. Oh, I see. And then Zinzi came through saying, good morning to my best breakfast team and Vooka Amahle. Thank God it's Friday. So happy we made it. Blessing upon everyone. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Blessing upon you, Zinzi. Thank you so much. And then Tsakane B. Hello, Tsakane. TK and I were actually talking about you last night when we were hanging out. Kokasi. Tsakane says, good morning, Vooka Nation and Vooka Breakfast team. Sivugile and happy Friday. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hey, very cool stuff. Our very own TC says, let's bring back pride into our townships. I know they were not designed to actually breed any good for our people, but I have seen how it looks when we remember who we are. Hashtag Sivugile. Thank God it's Friday, Vooka Nation. Yeah, man. I mean, I was watching this thing. I think it was on YouTube or on Facebook. Tourist came through. Oh yes, it's on YouTube. There's a family I follow, the Demoshes. I don't know if you know them, Mr. B. The Demoshes or Demoshes, something like that. So they a month or two ago, they came through to South Africa. Finally, they've been planning on coming. Like they consume so much South African content. They review a whole lot of our content from food, culture, clothes,
is it
language.
A family?
Yeah. It's a family.
Oh, is that family the one with the dreadlocks?
Yes.
Because I've also been seeing them pop up on my my YouTube reels because I've seen that they also tasted ikota. They did shopping, and then they were even considering just moving to South Africa.
I don't know what's happening in the world, man. Like a lot of Black Americans are considering coming back.
Come back.
Oh, well,
to
not
the
come back, but like relocate.
You're right.
relocate.
They decided to come
rightfully,
back.
yes. As black people, we are of Africa, but it seems like South Africa is the first option. Every
serve
other black
piano to
person
the world.
from the world considers coming through. So they were taken on a tour. They visited the what do you call this? The museum. They first visited the museum and. Yeah, they were on YouTube.
They're on YouTube.
The demo sheds, I think, something like that. They first visited the museum. Yeah, and then they demoush. Yeah, DEMOU, I think CHETS, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. They should come up. Yeah. That's them. There we go. So they were going through Orlando. They went to Vilagazi, and this guy was just telling them about Soweto and the construction of Soweto and how it came about and stuff like that. And so this guy was telling them that, especially to what TC mentioned now, about how our townships are not necessarily built for, fruition. So he was telling them that these houses, black people, there we go. Yeah, Mr. B, that's it right there.
No, they didn't only tour Soweto, like they went to different places in South Africa. They did like a full-blown South African experience. There's footage of them also having a quota for the first time and basically describing how the experience feels. And then they also went shopping. So they're also experiencing the shopping experience in a South African, aka Walmart, Wabana Woolisi and Dundun.
Yeah.
So
no, they did an
that.
entire thing. But yeah, so this guy was explaining to them, hey, look, man, like Likasita Rona, they were not built for. Yeah, they were in a taxi here. I saw this one as well. They were not built for. Yeah, this is the guy that was taking them on the tour. The guy with the locks as well. So it's in reference to what TC is saying here. We can actually make these townships of ours that were not built for success for black people, and we can turn them into proper stuff. Yeah,
yes, man.
We can turn
because
them into
Soweto in its own
stuff.
self has a very rich history, and then the nice thing is that the richness of the history is not located in one place. Each and every single part of Soweto, all 49 townships, have their own unique history. They tell a story that stems and fueled the blood that runs in South African veins, or the blood that makes South Africa become what it is right now. So that's the beautiful part about it. Each and every single township in South Africa has its own history that can make it shine.
Yeah.
So it's all about basically us as the people within those townships coming together and making sure they flourish to become an amazing and great symbol in the world.
Yeah, man, very, very cool stuff. Yeah, man, they're cool.
Really cool.
I love their channel, Mr.
It's something I would watch.
I love their
because
channel.
I'm looking
man.
at the little one where you get an experience of an experience of like how other people live out there. So
absolutely, that's absolutely. So I love that, man. And TC, thank you for that comment. And then she comes back again. Our very own TC says, "Let's get it, Mavuga Amahle. I am unwell. I think Muketi Bluetooth his illness car 5G. Laiti lelo na since COVID kunyewa." Yes, I Sauta. TC waring like no TC don't type in Venek anymore. Don't and then what did she say? Hey man, feeling beat but definitely not beaten. Okay, I see you, TC. Get well soon. Hopefully over the weekend you'll recover and then on Monday you'll come back.
And then she comes back.
She says hashtag Sihambeni to the Soweto Kota Festival. Vooka Nation, what puts a Sowetan in a good mood more than a Kota? There's a lot. I can name a few things that put us in a good mood as Sowetans, Chief. Hey, come 31 December.
But I understand, like, when you bite into a quarter.
Here's my thing.
Come 31 December.
Dobsonville, I can argue and say we don't have a lot of great quarter places. We lack Dobsonville, unfortunately. I love it so much. Like, I could fight and go to the ends of the world for Dobsonville, but we don't have we settle, I think. There's one place now where I feel like, this is average. It's cool. It's adequate. I can, indulge in this whenever I have...
TNT.
Nah, TNT. They didn't specialize in kotas. That's why the kotas are TNT.
Like dark woods
they
and-
did dark woods and foot-long rolls.
Sure.
You know, that's what they specialized in.
Sure.
But Moka, I see now as it stands. I don't want to mention names and shops and stuff, but it's like because it's like you know.
So we have to go outside.
Yes,
Dobs.
unfortunately, and it's not only with kotas. The culture in Dobsonville is weird, bruh. Remember back in 2017, look, Dobsi grew up, bred, born and stuff. My mother went to school here. My grandmother has been living here for the longest of times. In 16, 17, they decided to bring what's the shop, Mo shop right? Equivalent to Nando's. The chicken.
Pedro's.
Where Pedro's is. It was... What was that famous restaurant that was in Tops in
In Deep
Kloof?
Blue, the establishment.
Establishment.
No, the establishment.
Yes.
So 2017 they brought establishment.
But that was more of a club, man. then.
That's what I'm trying to show you. It's not only with food, right? It's quite a lot of things that Dobsonvillians do. So because establishment was doing the things in the East Rand, they brought it to Deep Kloof, right? Deep Kloof, it was proper. It did the things, man. I've been there quite a couple of times back then.
The same goes
I was
for the
like
one in
18 again at the
Alexandra.
time. And then Yako Alex, and then they brought it to Soweto, and then but at least I got Topsy. It was bigger. It's bigger, it was much nicer, and they thought it would hype as well. So the point that I'm trying to make is that Dobsonville will leave Dobsonville for all of these things. So they'll go out of Dobsonville, go consume them somewhere else, and then come back, man. You know, so that's just the thing. So Lily Kota says but a lot of the things that we don't necessarily specialize in and don't have Mokasi would rather, you know, go out, go consume outside, and then come back. That's just the
No, I
culture
think
in-
for us, even in Midlands, it's the same as us, because most of the kids, go zone 2, di kota tsa Taylor. But Taylor doesn't make the kota tsa ntswembu like makwenya gaga. Like, yo, bona makwenya Taylor.
Yeah.
They got 12 for our tall.
proper stuff.
Like 12 on the dot. The sun is here. Wa thola makwenya go Taylor.
Yeah.
And on no shop leka ko haufi leka ko Mozia when you're like going to Barra. But for us, we would go to Zone 7. Zone 7, there's a place, there's this other old Topi. Unfortunately, he passed away, Malume Tab. Like, the quarters were not that big, and they were very plain. But you know, the thing that made them very delicious, enjoyable, and kept people going back is the warmth that they had there.
I see.
It's an old couple, bro. They sold together, husband and wife. About two would sell quarters. And it was not a husband and wife or people just selling quarters. Order number 27. No. Like they had an engaging conversation. Yes. So they built a personal relationship.
Yeah, Musi. Yeah. And now they
Yes.
already know your order more or less. Yeah, okay,
So they
Mr. P, we
built
know
a
what
very
you like.
personal relationship. Like even when you went there, you didn't feel like Oloreka Kote. It felt like you were going home. You could literally sit with the couple and have a conversation with them. Or even their kids. In the front, the kid ran as puzzle shop, erikisani veggie and some sweets. When you enter the garage, that's where you find the quarter. So that's like one thing that made their quarters more attractive. And like chips, like there you would never cry for your chips and say no, man, the chips say 10. Like you would get, they make sure that when you get your quota, whether you order a 10 rand quota, you get money for what you get, value for money over what you ordered. It's not just about selling it to you and making sure that you just buy as a customer, but they make the relationship, the experience something unforgettable. Unfortunately, he passed away, Malume Thabo, and then the Mamzelen. Stop. So like a lot of us, we cried for that place.
Business, yeah.
And that's what happens.
Like
That's what
how many
happens.
business like
I see you pulled up something though, Mr.
No, I mean township economy, right? I feel like this one it's got two views basically.
Sure.
Where it could be a big was, but I'm gonna showcase this here, and again on a Friday we're sort of doing a throwback, but manje. Right, you can see that the economy is bustling with vendors
Sure.
on the side of the mall. no?
Sure. Is this our own?
This is the mall.
get Dobsonville.
Dobsonville
ShopRite.
Mall. Yeah. This was 2024.
This was last year.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when you, because you can see that there's vendors.
Sure.
Right, there's vendors. And then when we go back to 2010, this is what it looked like.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But for me, I kind of prefer the 2010 version. The reason why I said that is because you had the greenery on the side, it was nice and clean. Then you come back to 2024, it's packed, man. There's barely a way for you to pass, and like it's
crazy.
It's
crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, the reason I say that is because abantu kumele baphile, you know. So
I don't know, Mr. P, how you feel, because
but now by ape, where should they start selling? Auntie in the corner.
Yeah. You know, and I don't know. For me, it's crazy because and we make use of this more. I even posted this one time. We call it ShopRite. Like it's people call it Dobsonville Mall. But anyway, continuing on our comment section on YouTube. TC says, "Oh, Simami Kalani came through. Hello, Simami, saying hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Batu Baba and Vooka Nation. Happy Friday. I see a lot of people are happy that it's Friday, man. Very cool stuff.
Yes, man.
And then TC comes through again and says, not the first time with Miss Q Rams. Oh, Miss Q Rams wasn't the first time I comment. Okay, very cool. Casto comes through saying, I saw them doing construction work at the Meadowlands Stadium 2 days back on my way home, back from Bara, but I didn't see any progress.
Exactly what I was saying. It's been in construction for such a long time, but you are like, it's stagnant.
Yeah. And then TC comes through saying, Vooka will tour to places soon and give content about other places. By the way, Vooka Nation, where in Africa have you wanted to visit? Let's catch flights, not just feelings. Let's catch any feelings. And then TC says, the beauty about living Ekasi is the unique perspective you get of the world, as well as from it. This is what tourism is about, finding the beauty in some of the things others take for granted. Very cool stuff. And then Gasto says, Sauda, Msaudan, no, man. Let's stick to English. And then Mam Tembi comes through saying, it was nice seeing the images of Dobsonville. It really was looking good back in the day. It was completely. TC says, Mweketi can never pass up a chance for a kota. Every chance the guy gets, Obatla kota. The festival is gonna be his happy place because he can't cook very lol. And then Mam Tembi says, I really wish with the mayor and municipality, or that the municipality can do something about their local areas within Soweto, because wow, it was really state of the art and looked like a very well developed area. It did completely. I really also wish and hope that it can go back to that time. And then Gasto says, R.I.P. Uncle Tabo. They had the best kotas Mumilolens. Yeah, I guess it was a thing. And then Mam Tembi says that talking about kota, musi and afripiri, I miss my days when I used to make kota. Once upon a time, I sold them at the Dobsonville Stadium. Really?
Yeah,
did your mom sell?
Yeah. No. Stadium. Whenever there would be games, matches.
Oh, really?
And beginning of the year when school kids would have
athletics and stuff like that. Really?
Yeah. But not just there, because so it was a whole stand, man, full of fruits and vegetables, kotas.
Oh, that's cool.
Drinks.
So the thing is like in HRT.
Like a full.
Oh wow!
So that's
cool. That's cool.
Because we sold them in my primary school. My grandmother had a tuck shop. Escole in Sami. She sold amakota. After school, being
yeah.
Like it was very hectic, man.
That's one thing we didn't sell.
Yeah, but Mina, I know I sell the underground thing, Baba. Also, when next.
But then Mam Tembi comes back, says, hope you get better, TC, and take care of yourself, Angel. Then TC says, wow, Mam Tembi, really, definitely a Vooka history fact discovery right there. This is the excellence that has raised men like Abobanele, Notumsane, and women like Uzinzi and Nelly. And then, of course, when Nelly comes through, says, happy Friday, family. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Vooka Nation. Very, very cool stuff. So I want to go ahead, keep sharing your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But look, we also want to see what your morning is looking like, right? Come through, jump onto our WhatsApp line by dialing the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. A bit later on, just after the break, we're going to be hanging out with Kenzie Sitlako, right, there we go, who's right here in studio with us. She is a dynamic fashion designer, and I'm looking forward to that one, man. It promises to be a very cool conversation. But quickly wrapping up the history lesson that we always bring for you, everybody. What else do you have for us?
So the number of days today marks the 234th day into the year. If it was a leap year, it would have been the 235th day of the year, and we have 131 days remaining before we say bye-bye 2025, hello 2026, and we also have 18 weeks remaining before the year ends. And then when it comes to our national or international days, today we're celebrating Be an Angel Day, which is celebrated annually on the 22nd of August. Now, National Be an Angel Day was founded in 1993 by Jane Howard Feldman to encourage acts of kindness and compassion. The day invites people to be angels on earth by helping others, whether through grand gestures, or simple acts like a kind word, a hug, or lending a hand. It's also a time to recognize those who've uplifted us through tough moments, reminding us that every small effort can profoundly impact someone's life. The spirit of the day echoes the message of the film Pay It Forward. Kindness is contagious and transformative. Yes. Can you please do the celebrity birthdays and obviously word of the day?
Very, very, very cool. I'm not seeing what's happening here, guys.
Okay, so let me do the celebrity birthdays while you find word of the day, right?
Absolutely.
So celebrity birthdays. Today we are celebrating Dua Lipa. Now, Dua Lipa was born on the 22nd of August 1995, and she is turning 30. Hey, bestie! And an interesting fact, her name means love in Albanian and is also her real birth name, not a stage name.
Wow.
English pop singer who won 2 Grammy Awards in 2019 for Best New Artist and Best Dance Recording for her hit sing Electricity, a collaboration with Silk City. She is also known for her new singles Love, Be the One, New Rules, and I Don't Give a F. I can't say that one fully. Jey Uso now was also celebrating people in the wrestling world. Jey Uso, who is part of the Uso twins. Jey Uso was born on the 22nd of August 1985 and is turning 40 years old. His famous Yeti catchphrase originated from Gen Z slang popularized during the 2015-2016 Vine era. Tag team specialists who wrestled for the WWE as one half of the twin brother duo, the Usos. They are the first team to be undisputed in WWE Tag Team Championships after simultaneously holding the Raw and SmackDown titles. And now we're moving over to the other Uso twin, Jimmy Uso, also born on the 22nd of August 1985 and is turning 40 years old. Interesting fact, he and his twin brother Jay set a record in WWE for the longest reign as a tag team championship, man. So the Uso brothers have been doing something amazing. Samoan WWE wrestler known for teaming up with his twin brother Jey Uso to form the Usos. They're the first tag team to be undisputed, like I said, and one of the tag teams or individuals within the WWE industry that are actually out there representing the Samoan heritage, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and many more. And right now we're also going to be celebrating Andrew Wilson. Now, Andrew Wilson was also born on the 22nd of August 1964 and is turning 61. Interesting fact, he has appeared in over 24 films, including roles in several Wes Anderson films like Battle Rocket, Rushmore, and The Royal Tenenbaums. Actor appeared alongside both his brothers, Luke and Owen, in the 1996 film Battle Rocket. In 2017, he appeared in the comedy Father Figures. Yes, and then our last one is Laturio Martinez, born on the 22nd of August 1997, turning 28 years old today. His father, interesting fact, his father was also a professional footballer, professional football player who is known for his work as a striker for the Italian club Inter Milan. He is also known for his work as a forward on the Argentinian national team. He also helped Argentina win the 2022 World Cup. His soccer fame has helped him gain more than 11 million followers on his Instagram account, man. That is amazing, man. Musi, can you please give us the word of the day? Yeah.
On a day-to-day basis, we try to bring you words that are aimed at improving both yours and our day-to-day spoken languages, and of course, ultimately, our vocabularies. And today, as is a Friday morning, the 22nd of August 2025, is no exception whatsoever. And the word for today, because you know that I'm always wary about the pronunciation, right? The word of the day for this Friday, technology, guys.
It's not technology.
It's not technology, in fact. It's not technology, but I know it's somewhere here. I'll find it.
So your phone is having a nostalgic moment.
She forgot nearly Tuesday. There we go. I should have it right here. There we go. Solastalgia. There we go, Mr. B. Yes, the word of today is solastalgia. This word is a noun, and how you spell this word is as follows: SOLASTALGIA. SOLASTALGIA, solastalgia. And the definition or the meaning of this word is a form of emotional distress caused by environmental change or loss of home. It is a form of emotional distress caused by environmental change or loss of home. And how you could use this word in a sentence is as follows: watching the old park turn to concrete, he felt a deep solastalgia settle in. Watching the old park turn to concrete, he felt a deep solastalgia settle in. Similar words would include nostalgia, displacement, melancholy, environmental grief, and longing. Talk to me, everybody. A form of emotional distress caused by environmental change or loss of a home. How would you use this word in a sentence? Solastalgia, a form of emotional distress caused by environmental change or loss of a home. Mr. B?
Yeah, so people probably have heard about nostalgia.
Yes.
And they are quite similar. But the difference here is that, well, both of them refer to a longing for a place,
sure,
or a time in the past. But with
solastalgia,
it's different from nostalgia in that it is coupled with a sense of fear or invasion that one's personal space or natural environment. So both longing for something,
sure,
but solastalgia is coupled with a bit of fear in there.
Okay, I hear you, but I don't know. With fear, because it says a form of emotional distress.
Distress, fear.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but I see where you're taking
because
it from.
Nostalgia, you're thinking back.
Sure, reminiscing.
Sure. So the same is true here, but with solastalgia, it has
it's coupled with
of distress or fear.
I get you.
Sure.
Very cool stuff. Everybody, or should we move on? Okay, no worries. So I'm seeing people are still coming through on our YouTube comment section. Uzinzi saying wishing you a speedy recovery, TC. Love you lots, sis. Gusto says, what happened to school athletics? These games used to boost the township economy and promote a healthy life. And then Upaseka Sonamzi says, let's go, Kanzi. Do you know Upaseka? I see. Okay, that's cool. And then TC says, I love Dua Lipa. So I want to go ahead, keep sharing your thoughts and your opinions. But of course, that was the word of today on the 22nd of August, 2025. Solastalgia, a form of emotional distress caused by environmental change or a loss of a home. So the time right about now is 14 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock. We're quickly going to go and pay our bills, run to the loo very quickly, grab a glass of water, and then after the break, we're going to be hanging out with to Kanzi so that we can find out a bit more about her and all the spaces that she's involved in, as it is a Fashion Friday right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So with that being said, do that, and then you and I and Kanzi and Afriberry and Mr. B will see each other right after the break. Cool stuff.
How? Chomi, you still cooking with cha, salt, and prayers. Yo, but don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vugage Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Was.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazbugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss
My name is Ketu Mguni.
on the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Welcome back, guys. And now we are officially back from our beautiful ad break. And yes, right now, so just before we officially go into the beautiful interview that we're going to have with a beautiful and amazing... Hey, girl! I love the fact that we are matching. We got some red lips on, yeah. Oh, girl, I guess I took the right decision when I looked for my red lips today. It's like, you know what? I felt in my bones that I'm going to find a fellow sister who's going to match with me. Yes, man. So right now we're having an interview with Sanzi Sitlako, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Sanzi Sitlako is a dynamic fashion designer born in the Free State, Kwakwa, and raised in Soweto, Mapetla. She is a creative force behind the brand Stitched by Sanzi. So Africa Fashion College graduate, Sanzi's work stands out for its bold fusion of streetwear and couture, capturing the spirit of the streets while maintaining the precision and elegance of the high fashion, man. You know what? Getting those two into the mix is never easy, right? So rooted in the culture and energy of Soweto, Sanzi's design reflect individuality, identity, and confidence. With Stitched by Sanzi, the mission is to create clothing that speaks to a new generation garments that tell stories, make statements, and celebrate African creativity. Driven by passion, detail, and originality, Sanzi is steadily craving a space in South Africa's fashion industry as a rising fashion designer to watch. How you doing, Sanzi?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. It's lovely having you here, and thank you very much for waking up.
Oh, thank you for inviting me, guys.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. No, man, very cool stuff. So, I'm seeing Upaseka is saying he's looking forward to the conversation. So I don't know that you and Upaseka know each other.
Yeah, we actually do know each other.
Yeah.
We're from the same college. So
you went to
Fashion College.
Africa?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, now Ukeni before me.
Oh,
Yes.
I see. Paseka is a very good friend of mine.
Yes.
Him
Really?
and I grew up together. Like we are brothers. That kind.
Yeah. And then after that, we got to work together.
Yeah, in the space.
Yeah.
Very, very cool stuff. So here's the thing, and I've been saying this throughout the entirety of the week, right? Mm-hmm. Before I personally like getting to know the person.
Yes.
Before their work, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like it gives us a bit more insight as to who the person is, and it informs us. Okay, who's African? Because people are watching now. They're like, okay, we see. Is it Sanzi or Kanzi, by the way?
It's Kenzie.
Kanzi.
With a C.
With a C. I see you. I see you. So it's like, I'm on Kenzie Ramonoko Vooka Breakfast Show, and she's doing this amazing stuff, but we don't really know where the journey starts, right? Yes. So Kenzie Kemanga getting to Mapetla, growing up, and eventually going to South Africa, now being someone who's really fully working in the space. How do we get there? Who was Kenzie as a little girl, and what was the influence behind becoming a fashion designer?
Okay, so Kenzie, she is born Free State, Qwaqwa.
Okay.
But raised in Soweto.
I see.
Mabetla.
I see.
Yes. So how I became a fashion designer, I've always loved clothes. So it used to be like my scapegoat.
I see.
Because I was kind of antisocial when I was growing up. Yeah, so I would escape through that, and I would always recreate my clothes. And my mom would always shout at me,
Yeah.
would say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Were you one of those girls, Baba?
I was always cutting, like all the time. I was always cutting, fixing, playing with needles and scissors all the time, and also sketching from a very young age. I think it was from primary. Yeah, from primary.
Yeah.
But I've always knew. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a nurse.
Okay.
But because I'm afraid of blood. So
you gave up on that dream.
No, I was like, no,
I can't do that to myself.
No, I can't do that.
I see. Very interesting, because I find that all of the stories behind who we are as individuals now, especially as grown-ups now, who are doing all of these things, where we come from and how we got to this place really informs the next person who might be interested or who might be looking up to Kenzie, saying, look at Kenzie, man, she's doing the things, and so now we grow up, you are that little girl who likes cutting and reshaping and redesigning and all of those things. How was it influence from home? Was it someone who was in the space themselves? Did we have a grandmother? Because we had these guys last week come through from Ko Chemiston. So maybe that also could be. So is there an influence that really played a role in you now really taking the decision to formally and fully become a fashion designer?
Actually, no, Yazi. Mina, I didn't grow up with Ugogo. Yeah, I didn't grow up with Ugogo. She passed away before Gihlalo.
I see.
But I don't know. Maybe it was inherited or something, because my granny used to sew and uktung and everything. And surprisingly, my first name, libitso la ka la Sesotho, bangreletse ka yena. Exactly. So bangfile le di talente tsa hae. So yeah, I guess having also coming to that point, having supportive parents, being creatives is not easy.
It's not an easy thing.
It's not an easy thing.
Definitely.
And then you tapping in that point whereby you decide to go for what you want, especially in the creative and entertainment industry.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
Yeah,
but
it's
having
also
supportive parents, it helps. Because my mom has been like my number one friend from the get.
I love that. That's
Shout
so
out to
cool.
that lady.
That's so cool.
She's been number one.
Yeah.
Even my dad, but he passed away. He was always there for me and supporting me and saying, go girl, do it. If you want to do it, go for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. I love it. I love
It's
it.
pretty amazing, hey?
Yeah.
Because, even us, we are fellow creatives, but not in the world of design. We don't stitch. So we know, but sometimes coming from, especially from a black family, it's not that easy for them to actually accept the whole point of you having a talent as their child, or basically accepting that you go ngwana ka batlo lo bala doctor or lo ba nurse no batlo tsamaya lo bina or lo jive. It's not that easy, man. So you know what, because it's also Friday gape, man, and it's also good, feel good Friday. So what outfit makes you feel unstoppable, or like that you've ever designed? It's almost like your personal armor when you wear it.
For myself.
Yes.
It's always a suit, darling.
Hey, come on.
I'm a lover for power suit, you know.
Come on.
I'm a lover for formal way.
Yeah.
For women formal way. I'm a lover for it. But for a Friday, I would advise a street way, you know. Be comfortable in your jeans, your denim 2-piece jeans all the time. It does wonders. Trust me, you know. It does wonders.
I see that.
That's amazing.
I
and
see that.
obviously-
That's so cool. I love that so much. To a point, I am also someone who appreciates formal wear. I think now I'm slowly going back to it, because there was a time where I was fully someone who
Into
loves
it.
formal. Yeah, into it. And then I stepped out a bit, but I'm slowly finding myself gravitating towards it. But now let's fast forward. You've completed primary, you've completed your high school. August to Africa now,
Yeah.
right? And I remember, Paseka and I at the time were, we were really like more acting in area. You know, the space really consumed us quite a bit.
Yeah.
But for someone who's wondering, firstly, who might just be wondering, what fashion design is about and all of those things. But secondly, for a young girl, a young boy who wants to go into fashion designing, you know, but has always wondered, what am I going to learn? Do I go to a machine first? What are some of the things that I can do to prepare myself, you know, leading up to going to fashion school? So what does a typical day look like for a fashion student when you get to school, whether it's a private school or a public or whatever the case? But what's the first thing that you guys go through as first year students when you get to fashion school?
So as first year students, when you get to school, college, whether college or university, private or
Public.
Public, the first thing that you need to always have is your equipment, your rulers, your stationery, the right pencils for drawing, sketching.
There are right pencils for
Yeah,
drawing.
there's different types. There's 2HB, there's HB, there's 3HB. It depends on the fineness, you know, and the shading.
I would have failed fashion school.
Yeah, so the different, you know, and also your rulers, you know, for pattern making. Yeah, because fashion, you know, when a person, when a person says, Uguti, I'm a fashion designer and I want to go study fashion, you think, Uguti, no, you're just going to sit on the machine and utung, but that's not the case. You have to start from a fashion theory, garment construction, pattern making. For you to be able to finish garments, you have to go through all those processes.
Oh, wow.
You get me? So it's a long journey.
I see.
It's a long journey.
Yeah, I remember Paseka would come through, you know, Kali sketchbook
Yes.
and fabrics, telling me about the difference. And this was around the time when color blocking was a thing. Remember?
Yeah.
Necessarily styling, you know, people trying to mismatch and play around with colors and stuff like that. So it's very interesting, man. But I mean, for the most part, schools are mostly technical more than they are practical, for the most part.
Yes.
Right? It could be argued and debated back and forth. But what do you think the streets taught you that the classroom did not? When it comes to designing and styling and all of those things that have to do with the fashion world.
The street, what it taught me is that you can meet, you know, varsity or college can prepare you for the outside world.
Okay.
But you will never have enough preparation to face different challenges outside, like having difficult clients to deal with.
I can imagine.
I
can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
You having difficult clients to deal with, and you just have to pull up a smile all the time.
Yeah, because the
try
client is always right.
Yeah, because the client is always
Yeah.
But happy you have to advise them, you know, to not go for specific designs or
I
specific.
see.
Yeah, because it has to go with your body type.
I see.
But you also have to lay it out properly so that the other person doesn't get offended.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it's not easy.
I can
Trust
imagine.
me.
It's never
So, but how do
easy.
you guys go about it? Ke a fihla ke le mo gore man bona Kenzie ke batla suit so ke batla suit e and wa bona gore antona man ish man suit this guy is not gonna look good on him and stuff like that. So how do you navigate client relationships and engagements in general? You know, especially just what you mentioned now in terms of trying not to be offensive and be brash and all of those things. How do you navigate, you know, getting a client to a point where they'll be satisfied with the final product?
So, Mina, when you come for a consultation before we get to everything, and then you come with a specific design that you want, the first thing that I do is try by all means to consult you on the type of design that you want. Let's say, for example, you have maybe you're a plus size person, right? And then you want a dress that is very, very tight, you know. But I'm gonna try to show you in a good way and in a calmer way, Uguti. How about we go for this design? You know why? It's gonna suit you well, and then, you know, it flows with your body type and everything.
I see.
And then even the client, over in a safe space whereby she will trust you, he or she will trust you to go for that design. Luckily for me, I always get clients that want to experiment, and they give me a space whereby
room for exploration.
I get to decide, and then sketch, and then after sketching, we discuss the design, and then we take out whatever that you don't like, and then say I keep her, and then what you like, and then say I faga.
I see.
No, that is very interesting.
It's very cool. I love
because you know, being a client is not very easy. Because I know that I have a friend of mine who's also a designer, and he told me straight up that he'll never design for me. Because he says that when you are confused the enemy, because when it comes to your style, you have different styles. So even if I were to design for you, I would never be sure which style you actually want to go for, because I have my vintage days, and then I have like literally my tomboyish days where I wear baggy clothes, and I have my girly days and my formal days. Is like, you know what, for you it's gonna be mission impossible. But then listening to the amazing journey that you have had, you know, talking about journey especially and roots. So you were from Kwakwa, and then you come to Soweto. You know, your story has been stitched with so much culture. So I want to know, how do your roots from Kwakwa and Soweto pop up in your work, or how do you combine the different roots that you have?
So in my line of work, I also specialize in traditional way. So I love traditional way, and especially Sishweshwe. It also symbolizes Soto. So I also go for that. In some of my garments, I feature Sishweshwe, you know. And I have a collection that I'm gonna take out during next month. So it'll be a feature
looking forward to that. Yeah. Very cool stuff. I see. So, I mean, I feel like you've, and I could be wrong, and you'll correct me on this, but you've probably designed so many designs for different people. But like you say, power suit for you is what, you know, you always come back to. What do you feel is, or what do you think is that one design that you felt like this was a personal breakthrough for you, especially maybe even taking it back to your earlier days, when you finished it and we were more, and you were like, I feel like now I can call myself a designer.
Oh my God.
Or it might not even be just one. It could be a couple where you feel like, I did that one matric dance dress, I did that one wedding dress, or whatever the case. Is there one or a couple that you feel like, more get designer now?
It was such an amazing experience. I was working with Lucky Mahlabe.
Okay.
Yeah. Liena Nakena Kuso
Africa. Okay.
Yeah, but before me, so he was actually my mentor.
Wow.
Yeah. So we worked with Ulunati Mpofu.
Okay.
Yes, Ulunati Mpofu. And there's this dress. It's see-through. It has flowers. I think it's there by my socials. No, not that one. Yeah, I will send you. Yeah.
or Facebook or Instagram,
Yeah.
but we'll put it up. We'll put it up.
Sure.
Sure.
And also working with, I don't know if I should name drop names.
Look, if it's up to you, man, it's up to you. What do you, if you feel like you want to and you're comfortable with it and the people are comfortable, absolutely.
Okay, no, it's fine. And then also working with Urifilwe
Motse, yeah.
Yes.
Manyana wale thekalele sasa.
Also, you've dressed Refilo as
Yes,
well. I know
I've
she's
dressed
also
Refilo.
done an outfit by Upaseka.
Yes. Actually, Paseka, he's the one that recommended me to.
To Refilo. Look at that, man. Look at that.
Yeah. He's the one that recommended me to Refilo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I knew her.
I see. Very cool stuff. So, working with all of those people, that's what you feel like cemented you to feel and really consider yourself. Now I can call myself a designer. I love that. I love that so much. So, so it's just more than a location, right?
True.
And you blend couture with a bit of streetwear, street culture, right? How do you balance the two? How do you bring in elements from both sides, where street culture is very loose and not too structured and not too strict, right? You can try and mismatch and make things that wouldn't conventionally go together. And then couture in al. So how do you balance bringing those worlds together to form your designs or your stylings, either for yourself or even for clients who come to you?
Okay, so I've always specialized couture, right?
Okay.
I've recently just started mixing the streetwear, seeing how people out there, they relate like a streetwear, right? Yeah, especially the township, and me doing my own research outside. Let me feature that into my brand and make it one thing, and mix match. But how I feature it is that denim.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make a
denim.
whole lot of use of denim. Oh wow.
And then I also incorporate beadwork, which is pearls, beads, white beads. Incorporate go denim, which is about to be released. Those items.
So next month there's a collection you're releasing.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So connect releasing the outfit next month. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that's where maybe we can have a more visual idea of the incorporation of the two worlds and making use of denim and beads.
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like, and it sounds like it's going to look like, I'm trying to visualize it in myself, like denim and jean, but incorporating like beads and stuff like that. It gives room, or it speaks to giving a whole lot of room to exploration and experiment as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that you shouldn't limit yourself when it comes to denim wear.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be plain. You can play around with it and still look good and streetwear and classy type of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, and cutesy,
Yeah.
Ube nice.
Unnecessary
Ube
nje.
ngonyana, oh.
Okay.
Limo shimani,
Telling,
no, limo
Sima.
shimani, because I'm also going to drop menswear. Yeah, I'm also going to drop menswear outfits next month.
Okay.
So I'm still working on
I was about to ask, can we come through to you?
Bona.
Because I know Paseka specializes mostly.
Men.
No, actually, Paseka does women. Actually, does female clothes. But there is another guy, Loka Wamotopsi. He's also been in the space for quite some time. He does avant-garde. Male avant-garde and stuff like that. Yeah. So I was about to ask, can we, myself, Mr. B, can we come to a Kanzi?
Definitely. Definitely.
Look, man, I'm looking for a nice suit. But a nice power
some tailored
business suit.
pants.
Yeah.
Bona.
So much, like your work is pretty amazing, especially with the denim work, because I feel like right now, in terms of fashion, streetwear or design itself, a lot of people are actually getting into denim, man.
Yeah.
So it looks like denim is the one that's going to take over, especially the whole Gen Z generation, which is what you are, which is what your mission speaks about, creating clothing that speaks to the new generation, right? So I want to know, what are the key statements you want your clothes to make when a person wears them or when a person sees them?
I want to give umuntu that is going to wear the dress confidence. a person must have a high self-esteem, and be comfortable in what you wear, whether plus size, whether you have a petite body, small body, you must be very comfortable, and the outfit must also suit your body type. You know when you in an outfit and you feel like you can conquer the world.
Definitely. Yeah.
An outfit can change a day.
It does.
With
Completely.
nice outfits, you rock.
Yeah.
You get me. Yeah. So. That is me. Confidence all the way.
I love
Confidence,
that. I love that. You're absolutely right. Like there's mornings where you feel like
You feel so down.
like you feel lethargic, you feel just worn out, and then you take a shower or a quick bath, and then you jump into that outfit, man.
Yeah,
And it's like guys,
What works, what gives me the energy is a red lipstick, guys.
okay. You're one of those girls that I think like a red lip. I see you.
Lipstick
I
all
see
the
you.
time.
I see you.
Yeah,
Very, very cool stuff. A couple of comments are coming through already on our YouTube comment section.
Yeah.
Hey, TC is on us, guys. TC, we're now TC said she's not feeling well, but clearly she's okay. Let me see here. TC came through. Saying I love Dua Lipa, of course, and then she says I love how Vooka brings people together. Look now, Musi and Kanzi are bonding over a mutual friend. Asif Vugeni and network with each other. Create spaces that nurture each other's strengths. Hashtag 2020 thrive. I love that. TZ, very cool stuff. And then she comes back at wabona gore ancestral gifts khase bungoma fela. Kanzi got her grandmother's name and her sewing talents. You go, girl. Hashtag girl power. Hashtag boss babes unite. Hashtag sisterhood. Very, very cool stuff. And then she comes back, says, yes, a power suit.
Yes.
She says, a power suit is a statement. Where are my corporate girlies at?
Yeah.
Very, very cool stuff. And then Onelisa says, can't wait to see what Miss Kanzi is all about. Very cool stuff. Hey, TC is on our comment section. TC says, Kanzi, do you help your clients with styling?
Yeah, I also do.
Okay.
I also do.
So if I come and you create a design for me, a suit, a dress, or whatever the case may be, you can also give me like recommendations and tips on how I can wear it and match it. Yeah.
I can.
Okay, that's cool. And then she says, also, do you have a set aesthetic? Is there a certain aesthetic that you go for? I mean, and you just mentioned that suits are like a thing for you, but maybe TC can explain further what she means when she says aesthetic. But I'm assuming is there a vibe that you go for with your designs? Is a theme perhaps to most of your designs, or do you explore different avenues when you go on about designing your different?
No, there's a theme, right?
Yeah.
Before I design,
Sure.
I sketch, right?
Sure.
So maybe let's say, for example, I'm taking out a collection. So there's got to be a theme and inspiration and everything, and I have to sketch in everything, So there's always a theme all the time. But maybe when it comes to clients, maybe not if it's not a collection. Maybe if there's a specific client that wants a designer dress, yeah. So we're gonna go through the whole thing. Maybe the theme, the color, the type of fabric, and everything. I hope I've answered TC very well.
Yeah. No, she'll come back, of course. I know she's listening, and she'll come back and say whether or not she's been answered. She says she sounds like customer centric. It's a design project. That's
Ooh,
TC.
girl, slide on my DC.
Hey, on your DMs. I love that. And then she says, love it when creatives plug each other, referring to how Paseka I love that as well. That's very cool, man. Because it speaks to
I don't think so.
It speaks to this gatekeeping thing that we have in the space, right? Because how about Kenzi you know, that type of thing. So I love that, not gatekeeping. And then she says, very cutesy, very demure when you mentioned it earlier on. And then Unelisa says, please show us your very first masterpiece.
I don't know if you have a picture of it, so we
maybe
can
the
show
one you
it
were
to
talking
the
about on the socials that you referred to. And then Upaseka says, the importance of collaboration in the creative space or in the creative industry. Not isolating yourself and not working in silos, working together. Oban. TC.
TC, just call, man. Just call.
She
Call.
says, denim is fabric that has had one of the best glow-ups in fashion.
That's
Denim
true.
evolved from a durable French work fabric, and then Serge de Nimes says into the iconic American blue jeans of the 19th century, thanks to Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis. Davis's 1873 patent for reverted work pant. And then she finally says, a set of principles underlying the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. I think she's referring to the aesthetic. So, a set of principles underlying the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. That's what she means with when she was referring to aesthetic. Yeah.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
She says a set of principles underlying the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. But I think you just mentioned.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You sketch first and you go through
the whole process
of trying to understand what the client is looking for.
Yes.
Right. Very, very cool stuff. So TC, no phone because never refers to comment, and we can't keep Kenzie for the longest of times. So I know that you have a few items here with you this morning, so we're gonna go through all of those a bit later on, right? I'm gonna go high, and she's also looking for that one, the picture of her earliest work.
Yes, of her first masterpiece.
Yeah, her earliest work. But when you think of the fashion world today, what do you think are some of the misconceptions that a lot of people have or that are out there in general in society when it comes to the fashion space, misinformation that people have about fashion designers and creatives such as yourself in the industry?
Ooh. When you what you just mentioned now, name, I don't know if I'm gonna go a bit off topic.
No worries, go for it.
Yeah, as when people don't get it. When you, as a client, you come and then you show me a picture from, and maybe an international designer, and you want me to copy that same design. You can be sued for that.
Wait, copying a designer?
Yeah, plagiarism.
Yeah, plagiarism.
Okay.
You can actually. You can.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You can.
So when someone comes out, Kenzi ke bone Ralph Mangmang weditse sutu e ke go ponkeletse yone.
You can't.
Oh wow.
You surely it can be used as an
example.
As an example, but what I would advise the client is that, okay, this is beautiful, but I can't design the same thing. How about we play around with it? Let's add maybe some beading. Let's add some lace. Let's change here and there. You get me? Or maybe let's start from afresh. Let's design something that will speak you,
reflect who you are,
reflect on who you are.
Oh,
you get
wow.
me? Like you said, Uguti, when it depends on your day. Sometimes you go vintage, sometimes you go streetwear, sometimes you go formal and whatsoever. You get me? It depends on how you feel, the mood of the day.
Because for me, it's true, it depends on the mood of the day. But for me, especially when I buy a clothing item or I want to buy something that I can literally wear within the next 5 to 10 years, I want something that's forever lasting.
I always have a problem when it comes to me going out, doing shopping. Maybe let's say I go to a specific shop and I want something. I always get all the time.
Okay.
Because I want maybe let's say I want pants.
Sure.
And then I'm always gonna find some. No, I don't want them like this. I want them to be a specific way. You get me?
I see.
And or maybe I check the type of fabric. No,
Why,
I don't like this fabric.
The design is nice, but the fabric is not giving.
Yes,
I see.
you get me. So
I see.
I hardly do shopping, even though I do maybe get the last minute things. But but it's always a problem when it comes to me.
I see.
It's always a problem.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine. Even the guy who was here last week, he mentioned the same thing. When he eventually and formally went into a
Fashion.
space where he proper said, because he says he was working at the time, he had a 9 to 5,
Yeah.
and then he wanted pants, you know, he gets to the stores like, man, the jeans are set on, guys, these jeans are not the ones, and then that's how he went into a place where he started designing his own jeans, you know, got denim as well, but has influences Zadi Kenyang and stuff like that. So the industry is very challenging.
It is.
Ever changing, constantly evolving.
Yeah.
How do you stay inspired?
You always have to do your research. Yeah. You must keep up with the trends and everything that is out there and what people like and don't like. You know, you must always be, man, you must research, do your research properly. Yeah. You must do your research properly all the time so that you can see what's out there and what's trending. And I need to say it depends on the season. You get me? Yeah. So every season there's something that is out there.
Okay. What I also wanted to ask is that one thing that we've also noticed that some of the fashion designers, including some big names, sometimes take a step back and go back to literally your vintage retro clothing, then come back and revamp it. Is it something that you're also about? Sometimes going back to the old, bringing some of the new element into it, because you know what they say, fashion is forever.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, is that something that you also use sometimes to just basically tap into your inspiration, since some of the old designs are actually coming back right now?
Yeah, I also tap into that because fashion, it never dies. If you can check what we are wearing now in 2025, and you could check like maybe 10 years back, you get me?
Yeah.
And like baggy clothes, baggy pants, iberete. Hey, we're thinking now people like it's an it thing, you know. People,
there's a whole lot of similarities.
Yeah, exactly. It comes back, you know, what people love now, in 5 years' time or 10 years' time, it's trending. And no, like you say, old news. There's nothing like that. You know?
I think now this is one of the reasons why I make sure that when I shop, I buy clothes that I can literally wear again in the next 10 years. Because also notice that some things come back, they don't always just stay out of fashion. The same goes for your pencil skirts. You see some of the pencil skirt designs that we currently have right now, it's basically your 1950s design, straight cut, slit on the side or slit on the back, and which is something very exciting, man. But today is Friday anyway, and you know that fashion gets very hectic over the weekend, especially on a Friday. So we always say that Friday is about getting in the mood, ne? So I want to know, how does fashion shift the energy when we step into the weekend?
I mean, as I said before, it sets like a great thingy. You know, when you are dressed in your comfortable clothes and it's Friday, man, people, Miley Friday, you drop your bags down and then poof, you know. Yeah, so a bit of streetwear, comfortable clothes, you know, but also look nice. It sets the tone all the time. You get me?
Oh man, that's pretty exciting. So if you had to style Friday mood into an outfit, what would it look like?
Some nice sneakers, you know.
Are we going colorful, plain white, plain black?
We are not going colorful. Definitely we are not going colorful. But we are going denim.
I feel
either you can wear...
I feel ashamed because I'm wearing green sneakers. But bear in mind the denim.
Yes, the denim. Exactly, all the time.
Yeah.
Or you can also rock your suit, you know, with your crop top inside, surely white or black, with any color suit, and then you say your sneakers if you're not a heel type of girly.
Oh, so it's basically casual.
Yeah.
Meets formal. Formal being the suit, casual the crop top, and
semi-casual.
That's a nice fit.
There's this friend of mine who says, why pull like a Friday? Get a how Kante does Pula have does Pula have like a specific day? So fashion versus style. Right? How do you guys as fashion designers reconcile that? Because someone could say I'm not trying to be fashionable. I'm stylish. And someone could argue and say, Kenzi ngwana ko ga e bona mfethu. Fashion ya change, ya evolve, ya tswa ya kena, I ke batle fashion, ke batla go nna stylish. How do you guys reconcile that? And is it something that you guys are taught even in school, the difference and balancing fashion versus being stylish?
Yeah, you definitely, they teach you, they teach you. And there's also practicals when it comes to that. And remember, fashion, it revolves, you get me? So when it depends. Let me say it depends.
Sure.
If it's couture, you get me?
Sure.
Your nice fancy dresses, you get me? But you're only gonna wear it once, right?
Sure.
But stylish, you can rock your thing, your suit, and then you can style it with some jewelry,
Sure.
some nice shoes, heels, or a techies, you get me? So you style it, maybe one outfit, but style it 3 times.
Differently, in 3 different ways.
Differently, yes. In 3 different ways.
Yeah.
You get me?
I see.
So yeah.
I see. Okay, so last comments. TC never root like away. Nashem gaje kwa ngeke kya khana shem. But TC has been jumping on to our comment section, saying copy and paste takes away from a creative's unique perspective. I really resent those who reduce creatives to only copies of each other. We may run in the same circles, but we're not the same squares, right? And then she says, it must be nice being able to make your own clothes. With the price of things these days, I regret not learning how to sew with the little sewing machine my mom got me as a kid. Even now, it's at home. And then she says, Mara, guys, I'm on Kenzi I love that. And then she finally says, I'm one of those people who has faves. A favorite shoe, favorite jeans, favorite accessories, etc. So I once found those statements or special pieces. I swear them all.
So once I find those statement or special pieces, I wear them all the time. I get it.
Okay. And then Nelly says, what is your target audience? You look expensive. It makes me wonder if I can afford Kanzi. So your target audience,
please let me know, because I was also wondering.
Who do you design for? Who when you come up with a collection, some of the items that you've brought in studio today, who do you have at the back of your mind? This is the group, the demographic that I want to consume my work.
So, because I specialize in different departments, which is streetwear, couture, and I also do metric dances and traditional ways. So my target market is the youth, is also
celebrity. Kutano once said, people who have disposable income, right?
Border.
Yeah.
So it's literally everyone. Yeah. It depends on what you want.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah. But the youth and also your celebs.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. High end. So
high end fashion. Guys,
come on, my bro. Come
time.
on. Okay. So people are already loving what they're seeing behind us. Let's go through it very quickly. I thought we would go for a break, but we're going to do it now, right? Are we good to go, Mr. B? Oh, there we go. So we can jump right here, Kanzi. So that yes, sure, you can stand. Okay. You can remove the. There we go. And then Afriberry. There we go.
2 and 3, turn them off.
There we go. Okay. So where do you want to start? I'll take your lead.
We can start here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned denim, right? But denim is quite a favorite of yours.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's go for it. What do you have for us today?
So today, what I have for you guys is a 2-piece denim, the pants and the jacket.
Sure.
You can either have it short, which is a crop top, or you can have it long, as a coat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean
So
the
it depends-
jacket?
Yeah, so it depends on you how you want it. And then
Okay.
these are the pants. Baggy pants.
Can we remove them? Are you
Yeah,
allowed
you
to?
can.
Sure, please. Very cool.
And then these are the pants. Yeah.
Oh wow. Ah, hey, okay.
You can either have them short or long.
Okay.
Yeah. Short,
So it
like-
depends on what you want.
It depends on what you want.
I
yeah.
see. I see. You can tailor it basically.
Yeah, I can, yes.
Right, even with the jacket.
Even the jacket.
Whether as a crop top or like a
Or
long,
a
nice
long-
coat.
yes.
I love this. This is so cool. This is so cool. So someone is wondering out there, Khori, look, man, the summer season is coming through. Spring season is coming through.
Mm-hmm.
I think this I would rock maybe at like a Kota festival that's coming up.
Yes.
I would do them at a Fête de la Musique or like a nice nyana 7 color Sunday go to
Yeah,
theater.
yeah.
How much would this go for typically?
So the two-piece.
Yes,
it
as a
goes-
combination, yeah.
The two-piece, it goes for 1.2.
1.2.
Material and labor included.
Okay,
Yes.
material and labor included.
Included,
I
yeah.
love that. I love that. So, do you think when you price, typically in the space, not just you, but just in the space, is it dependent on how much material you make use of? Is it dependent on what type of material it
Yes.
is and stuff like that? What do you guys consider?
It depends on the type of fabric that you use and the pricing. And remember, the prices are always going up or down. So you have to always play it safe. So we price on how many hours you take to finish the outfit, and then the type of fabric that you're going to use, and also the detailing, meaning the zips, the
I see.
fusing,
Yes.
the thread. You get me?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So because we have different types of zips, and also comes with different prices.
Oh.
Yeah, and how fancy they are,
Oh.
how simple they are.
Wow, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So
Yes.
this, for now, this design that she has with her today is a long sleeve, right? Or long pants.
Yeah.
But this can also come in shorts.
Yeah.
This can come to like a knee-high type of thing.
Yes,
I
yes.
see. Very, very cool stuff. 1.2 labor and
Material included.
included.
Yes.
Man,
yes,
come on, very affordable, very affordable. Okay, so let's move on.
Yeah.
And then next we have, I'm seeing a white.
Here it's sort of like a matric dance
Okay.
type of vibe. I think we should.
Sure, we can remove it.
Yeah.
So this is typically a matric dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even in where maybe if you're going to an event that is
Black tie.
Yeah, black tie,
Yeah.
classy.
Yeah.
You can go for this.
Okay. And the inspiration behind the designs today?
This is actually my graduation dress.
Really?
After
South Africa?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is my graduation dress.
Oh, and you did this yourself?
Yeah, I did this myself.
Oh, wow. This is interesting. Very, very cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool stuff. So you can do this at a black tie event, graduation, matric
Matric
dance,
dance, yes.
all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
When you're going to like a formal setting.
But-
I see.
And I also see some people getting married in the dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it also falls in as like a nice, simple white wedding dress.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
a person
yeah,
could
yeah,
also
yeah,
have
yeah.
it for a wedding.
This is cool, man. This is cool. So the inspiration behind the design, I'm seeing beads here, like you mentioned. Wow. What did you have at the back of your head?
So I wanted to go black,
Okay.
right? But then I was like, no, because I'm a lover for black. No, let me go white.
White.
Let me go for peace.
Okay.
Let me go for purity.
I see you.
You know, let me go for white.
Yeah.
So yeah, and with a bit of black, because I love black.
Sure.
The beading, the not the lace, the beading.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pearls.
Yeah.
So like, let me fuse white and black. You know.
I see.
Let it not be too white.
Too white, I see. Break it a bit,
Let me break it a bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
let me
yeah,
go
yeah.
for that. Yeah.
And,
I love showing a bit of skin.
Okay.
Once in a while.
Okay.
You get me? So I was like, no, let me go for the mesh.
And the slit.
And the slit.
So the slit is on the side.
You can never go wrong with the slits.
I see you, man. I see you.
Yeah.
So how much would this typically go for? Or a similar design like this one? How much would this go for?
This one.
Yeah.
It will go for 3. Labor and material included.
I see 3,000.
Yeah.
I see labor and material included. The slit material because I'm bad.
This is stretchy Dodge. Satin.
Stretchy
Yeah.
dot.
Yeah.
Dot.
Satin.
Satin. Okay. Very interesting. We bring you all the great stuff. It's a fashion Friday. You know, Africa Peru has mentioned, I always try to mix and match and
Yeah.
coordinate my colors. You know?
Yeah.
So We're taking it from people like yourself, and we're learning. Okay, and then finally, we have. You mentioned that power suits are your thing. Your power suits are a thing of yours. I mean, we can see from your outfit already, right? We'll get into that one in a second. But what do we have here now?
Now here we have a pink suit.
Okay.
You get me? Yeah, we have a pink suit. Yeah. So this one you can wear the office type of vibe.
Okay.
Friday outing with them girlies.
Okay.
You get me?
After work drinks.
After work drinks.
Okay.
With a heel or white
Sneaker.
sneakers.
Yeah.
Yellow sneakers.
Not green.
Not green sneakers. Maybe a bit of white.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
With your t-shirt, your shirts.
Yeah.
You
Like
get
a crop
me?
top, like you
a
mentioned
crop top
earlier.
type of vibe.
Or like maybe a white round neck.
Yes.
type
And
of-
don't forget to accessorize it. Put on some jewelry there and there.
Okay.
Play with your earrings
Okay.
and your necklaces.
Okay.
you
Like
know.
your
Your necklaces. Play around with it. Yeah.
wristbands and all of those kinds of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I love that. So, the inspiration behind this one.
No, this one actually, the inspiration behind it, I wanted a suit, right?
Okay.
For my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted a suit for my birthday. But then they didn't have this color.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, no, let me just
Okay,
make
get
it.
it.
Let me just make it.
Love that. I love
Okay,
that.
so I noticed one thing on your blazers, that's your signature.
No, this one I bought it.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, this you didn't do yourself.
Yeah, no,
okay.
this one I
okay.
bought it.
Mara, it speaks to Vele loving the suit. Vele. I
Yes,
see.
yes,
I see. So how would you style and match this one? Can it also be redesigned into different styles, or is this the typical thing that you would go for when someone comes to you at a Obata suit?
No, you can also redesign it.
Okay.
For the pants, at the bottom, it's a bit wider. So you can go for a skinny
skinnier
leg.
look.
Yeah. Or you can go for more baggy. And then the jacket, you can change the type of collar because we have different types of collars. So you can change the type of collar. Or you can also change the tightness of it. The
I
silhouette.
see.
Maybe you can go for like a big
A baggy feel.
a baggy feel.
Sure.
Yeah.
I see. Very, very interesting. And then typically this one as a suit, how much would it go for?
Typically this one as a suit is 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Very affordable. Very affordable. I love that so much. So, Manaboha, this is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show, Fashion Fridays, bringing you people who are doing great and amazing stuff. And I promise you, you won't go wrong. Mr. B, before we let Kenzie go, she did send the picture for her earlier designs, right? And we're going to show you that in a second. But before we do that, let's quickly, because we've been talking for a while,
Definitely.
grab a glass of water, run to the loo very quickly, and then you and I, Afribaby and Kenzie, will see each other right after this cool stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. B.
How? Chomi, you still cooking with cha, salt, and prayers. Yo. But don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapele Pele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza.
Hey guys, we are back. Now we also just saw what the beautiful and amazing clothes that Candy designs, man. Those clothes are beautiful and amazing, man. And like you said, they're made for the girlies, hey. So you know what? Speaking about items that are made for the girlies, especially the one in the middle, your graduation dress, because notice you said it has a stretch-like material, right? So on our YouTube comments, we have Zinzi coming in with a question saying, in terms of body shapes, do you cater for all sizes? I'm a plus size girl, so I'm asking if we are also included.
Yes, I do cater for all sizes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whether plus size or small figure person.
Yeah.
I cater for all.
That's cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. I hope Uzwile that she caters for all sizes. And then yeah, we are Futhi. I love that 2-piece denim. What are your payment
you.
options? Should one want to get your items?
So you DM me, right? So you pay a deposit, half of the money, then it starts with the production, and then after that, when you collect, and then you pay the rest of
balance.
the money, the balance. Yeah, that's how I work.
Very cool.
Oh, that's amazing. And then we have TC coming back again. TC, please sleep. She says that bell bottom look is making a strong comeback. Obviously.
Yeah,
That's the
true.
aim of it. Fashion is forever timeless and vintage is definitely coming back. And then she comes back again to say, oh yes, it's a hashtag Flavor Fridays, lol. Funny how I inadvertently gave myself a reminder.
Very cool stuff. Yeah.
So I want to know, Brady P, did you end up finding that picture? So we can show Usiswe to Uzi what was Mackenzie's first ever piece
Or earlier
that she
designs.
made. Yes.
Yeah, some of her earlier designs. But I'm gonna go high. As the time right about now is 9 minutes after the hour, 10 o'clock. We are about to bring it to a close on this morning. A Fashion Friday morning, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and we're going to be letting go of Ukenzi pretty soon. But there we go. Mr. B is about to put it up. But keep sharing your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else. Jump through on our WhatsApp comment section or YouTube comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. There it is coming up on your screens right now. I love this. You mentioned Sishweshe. So was that the inspiration for this one?
Actually, the inspiration behind this, they gave us a theme. It was my first year.
Ah.
So the theme it was modern traditional pedi. It was pedi, traditional infused with modern. So yeah, it was kind of a collection. Then this was my outfit.
I see.
Yeah, my design. Yeah.
But I'm seeing the mask there. Was this during like COVID
It was
season?
during COVID season.
Oh, wow.
Yo, it was
Wow,
hectic.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can
it was
imagine. That's so
hectic.
cool. That's so cool.
It
It
was
was a
also a
design,
design.
yeah. It
Bona.
comes, it fuses quite nicely
Yes.
into the dress. I love that so much. Very, very cool stuff. Is there anything else that maybe you would want to show us as well? I saw you were showing me a yellow thing earlier on your phone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think Mr. B can scroll through that one. But with that being said, the number for our WhatsApp line that you can use is 060-493-3226. That's 060, yes sir, 493-3226. We're about to let Kenzie go. So any last thoughts, opinions, questions that you have just before we close it off on this Friday morning, and then you can do that. So that's there's the other one. Should be coming up on your screen right about now. Is it showing, Mr. B? Are we there? Yeah. So talk to us about this one, Kenzie.
This one was Heritage Day. So we had a small event at school.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I designed the 2-piece Ankara. The fabric that I use is an Ankara.
Oh, traditional Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yes.
Wow, so cool. So cool. I'm seeing like a whole lot of variety. Between your designs.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I love it. I mean, from some of the ones that you brought in the studio to the ones that we're seeing on the pictures, very cool stuff.
Yes.
Beautiful design.
you.
Beautiful design. So someone is wondering, like Uzinzi just mentioned, Khori, she's a plus size girl and maybe wants to get in touch with you. How do we go on about that? Emails, phone numbers, WhatsApp, social media, and the works. Talk to me. How does one get in touch with you?
Okay. So my email address is Kenzie, CANZY,
Okay.
980727 @gmail.com.
Please, one more time.
Kenzie, CANZY, 980727 @gmail.com. And then my TikTok account is Stitched by Kenzie. Right.
Okay.
And then my Instagram is stitched _by_Kenzie.
Ah.
Yes. And then Facebook, it's just Kenzie Setlako.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing,
I
man.
love it.
So just before I let you go, I'm going to go back to the YouTube comments and we're going to play like a quick game just before we set things off. You have TC coming back saying, thanks, Kanzi. Great convo. We enjoyed your hashtag Fashion Fridays with you. And then we have Uneli Samni coming back saying, I saw it coming. The prizes. What are your payment options? Lay by now. We'll pay just now. So, but you pay a deposit first, obviously, to start the production process of the outfit that you requested, and then when you fetch your outfit, that's when you also complete the process of paying the final amount, right? Yes, and then we also have TC coming back again. Uhlega i-comment akanelisiwe. And then we also have TC coming back again saying the theme for your first masterpiece is future mask off, lol, because you had a COVID mask. And then we also have TC we also have TC coming back again saying, oh, I love that color, would pop against a dark skin tone in a photo shoot. You looked stunning in that Heritage Day show.
Thank
Yes,
you.
man.
Nice one.
And then for our quick round off, just before we say goodbye to you, so we're going to play a quick fun round of game called Fashion Friday Fashion Rapid Fire, right? So you're going to have to answer very fast. So can you start now? You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready? So, what are your options? Sneakers or heels?
Sneakers.
Soweto streets or Santon runway?
Santon runway.
All black fit or bold color explosion?
All black fit.
Nice.
One fashion piece that instantly screams Friday mode?
Or
One fashion piece that screams Friday mode?
That's
What's
queens.
one fashion piece that you would normally rock on a Friday because it screams out Friday mode is like the weekend?
denim to denim, darling.
Denim to denim.
Yeah.
The one fashion piece that screams out Friday mode for her is a denim to denim. But jean to jean.
Bona.
I to fashioning. But obviously for me, your girl, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter than tonto. Nimnandi mam yama mam shopilek teka teken put. Marloko fambana me. Wetai komakase. Song wanamane.
Very, very cool stuff. The time right about now is 15 minutes after the hour 10 o'clock on a Friday morning. Everybody didn't give us the gig guide.
The gig guide.
Today.
Can I go quickly into the gig guide?
Yeah,
I
go
still
for
have
man.
it.
Go for it.
Brother
for
B.
it. Go for it. You can just mention them very quickly so that people know what to expect and what to look forward to this coming weekend.
Okay, let me just do this very quickly.
Yeah. But Kanzi, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate. And we look forward to some of your designs. The collection that's coming out next month, right? Yes. Please hit us up with those, and perhaps we can also showcase them here, especially the male side, because now I think this is your first male collection that you're doing.
Yes,
right? Yes. So we're looking forward to that, and yeah, man, we appreciate, and hopefully we can collaborate and work together a bit more with Stitch by Kanzi and the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so
man.
much. Everybody, talk to us.
So right now on our first gig guide poster, we have the reggae get together. Speaking for all them Rastafarian man, everything that be Jari man, God bless man, and we are meeting out on the 24th of August from 12 until 10 p.m. out at Dube, Soweto, and then you can also hit up the hashtag at Dreadlock Nation Soweto to get more information, or you can simply just call 071-349-9988 for more information about the event, man. So it's going to be very amazing because they have Justage, Chakra B, Soweto Dub Attackers. So this one is all for my Rastafarian people, man. And then we also have an event which is called the Lyra's Homecoming, which is happening also on the 24th of this one is actually in September, so move on from that one. We're still very far from that one. So we also have another poster happening out tomorrow at R55 in Olifantsdeng. It's called Vibe Saturday, Kalulu's birthday celebration. So I hope you guys are also going to be out there at R55 to have a nice let down relaxation. Kube mnandi. And then obviously not forgetting D48 in 822 Bakala Namhlanje Babalo M and Sapta setting out the Friday mode. And then for Saturday, they'll be having Amos and DJ Nail. And then after that, on Sunday, they're closing it off with Bongani 6, Pramos, and Prince Gage. So I hope you guys are going to go out on this weekend and have an amazing time. Don't forget, do not drink and drive, do not drink and walk, because I still want to be with you guys again on a Monday. Emphasis, don't drink and drive or drink and walk. We still want to see you guys on a Monday. Be safe, man.
Definitely. I have one last one that people can look forward to on the 31st of August, which is next week Sunday, a week and 2 days away from now. This is the first annual concert by the Harmonious Chorus, a choir from right here in Dobsonville. This will be taking place at the St. Mary's Anglican Church right here in Dobsonville. Tickets will range from 50 rands for adults and of course 30 rands for children under the age of 12. If you're someone who really enjoys choir music, proper vibes with great vocals and great choirs who are doing great and amazing stuff out there, look forward to this one, taking place on the 31st of August 2025 at the St. Mary's Anglican Church in Dobsonville. Their first annual concert. This is a choir that started back in 2012, so 13 years this year. Wow. They turned 13 in May, so very cool stuff. I know Harmonious Chorus and they sing quite well, so you can look forward to that one. Last comments coming through, saying TC saying Lord Twinsy had my own gene to gene moment this week. Yeah, she took like a young real nyan. And then
on Wednesday,
Mam Tembi says these clothes are beautiful. I'm a pensioner, but bati guko tanda.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I love that. And then Mam Tembi comes back again and says, lovely show, team. Thank you so much and hope you have a blessed weekend. Thank you, Mam Tembi.
Thank you, Mom.
And then TC says, take Musi as your model. I don't think that's your model for your male range.
Maybe I'll do. Hey,
maybe.
You never know.
No, man. There's Usiso Maklobo, man. There's the Usiso Maklobo is a model from right here, Dobsonville. Paseka knows Usiso, so he's passionate about modeling. I don't know if I'd make a good model. And then Mam Tebi says, Kenzie must make for pensioners too. Design clothes for pensioners.
I'm a design.
Yeah, so she can come through, right?
Yes, she can.
Definitely, I love it. And then TC says, then you can model them. Mam Tembi, I agree. And then Mam Tembi says, obvious TC Pella, I am young at heart, and it's never too late to be a model or to become a model. Very cool stuff. And then the last one says, TC Sizokshaya, because Umam Tembi is their mother. So anyway, that's what we had for you in store on this morning, the 22nd of August 2025, on a Friday morning, a fashion Friday. Always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MWOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I've been so excited and happy to have been both in your presence and in your company. God willing, you and I can see each other bright and early on a Monday morning, right? Stay safe, stay warm, but it's slightly changing. The weather is starting to give and be on us at home, and I love it. And I absolutely love it because I absolutely dread and hate the winter season. So with that being said, God willing, we can see each other bright and early, where we give you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day, where radio meets TV, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Until Monday morning, I'll see you, man. Cool stuff.